Start again. So, welcome and good hello to this game, the Cascade 4th Arc, part 24? Yep, 24.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where we are. It is the 2nd of August 2025. I'm Viktor, the GM, and here are the players. Also, it's the last of the summer elves.
We are Sean, and we are playing Falkwin, the mystical speaker who keeps the magic ally.
Oh yeah, because we're double.
Yeah, there's two of us.
We are Ignysera, dragon folk warrior who bears a halo of fire.
And we are Nori Nediam, a half-elven explorer who likes to infiltrate. I'm getting better at that.
I mean, I did mute halfway through Sean's intro, so I
Well.
I am remembering. I'm just waiting for the "We are Venom" line. But yes, here we are. Here we are indeed. What do you remember from last time?
Stuff and things.
Times on the mountainside.
Yep, there was a ship. There was something in the ship, maybe. We never quite found out what. It was extracted from the place where it was extracted from. There was an emperor. He didn't like me.
No.
He cast you aside.
Yes, I was spying on him and I was caught.
Yeah, I mean,
You didn't seem too fussed about it.
No. But they also didn't invite me for tea, you know.
He didn't invite you for tea, though, no.
I mean, maybe he just didn't know where to send the invite, right?
That's true. Yes, it was. Yeah.
You were a bit subterfuge, right? That's a word, right? That'll do. Subterfuge.
We had scrambled eggs with some friends.
Yes, indeed. Who were those friends?
Sloth.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember the name, and I've not written it down. Posey and Gimble. Posey and Gimble.
Yeah.
Professor Gimble.
I made Posey
And we
easy
found out
because
that
Parker Posey's
Posey is Gemble's daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah. So, what else happened?
Yeah, so we were in their kind of camp, which was in like an illusion-y wally bit, in a false pocket reality. And so like as Falkwin said, we did some shit. He did some kind of scrying-ish stuff, kind of jumping onto the boat, and got found out by the Emperor. But we kind of saw a few bits of the boat. But we talked about Rakshan and what they're doing, and we spent a lot of time just deciding what the fuck we were going to do, essentially, because we didn't know whether we should go into the kind of camp and try and see what's on the boat or anything like that, or whether we go into the forest, into the island, and try and find out there what they have, if we can. And we decided to go jungle in the end, but Sloth decided to go into the Rakshan camp just because he didn't want to go on a trek into the jungle, essentially.
Yeah, he just did not fancy the idea of going.
He didn't fancy the jungle, so thought he'd try and distract them for us a bit. But he just didn't want to go on a trek in the jungle. Really.
Yeah, like it seems noble on the surface, but really it's just him being energy efficient, right? He also quite liked the idea of being on another boat, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because he'd only been on a couple of boats and wanted to go on another one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, he was into that.
Mm.
I think
We decided we're going to the friend zone.
Yes, indeed. He's going to go further into the friend zone, and then effectively just try and work out, I guess, what to do, really, with whatever's happened near Nemaj-Neb's territory. My stream has said that my average stream bitrate is too high and it's become unstable. And I'm like, yeah, me too.
Oh.
Me too. I don't know how to fix that.
Stable?
So
yeah, what's stable?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That'd be nice.
What an evening to stream. Apparently everything's falling apart. Why
Oh no.
it not work? Everything's fine. Why are you like this? Especially given that my internet is much better now. Strange. Give me a sec. We'll just do a quick check. But yes, effectively, our plan is to head off into the Majnev's territory, work out what the Rakashans have been doing, and then hopefully glean some info as to what they've been up to.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, there's absolutely nothing wrong with my speed, so I don't know why my internet. Maybe my computer is just dying. Maybe that's what all these signs are. Maybe it's just like the processor's on the way out.
Death
Card
enters.
needed.
Yeah, the grand entropy of everything taking my computer. Please no. So yes, goals. We had a chat about them at the end of last time. Is there any updates needed to be done to them before we kickstart this session?
Mhm.
The main one was whether we're going to get Sloth and
Branonel.
Randell speaking,
Yeah.
or whether we had that conversation with Sloth before he.
I mean, that's still on the narratively paused, held for Hannah.
Yeah.
And like, depending on what happens this session, and obviously, by the time we get Hannah back, there might not be space to go back and do that, unfortunately. But it's not like you can't just send each of them a message anyway, right? Magically, which is the nice thing about you guys having those magic rings. So, or at least currently, Nori having a magic ring. That's accessible.
I was just thinking that. Don't curse that one either. We can run out pretty quickly as we've found.
I mean, do you know, there are focuses people could have taken that let you charge artifacts up at a level 1 power. I think Ride the Lightning has Charge, which is the starting move it gets, where you can just give it one more use. It's pretty good, pretty great.
That was the focus that I was almost going to take.
It's a really fun focus, with its very like last power being a choice between teleporting anywhere lightning can hit or making a wall of lightning 230 meters wide, just for an hour or something stupid. Like, yeah,
It's not bad.
strong powers. Especially because by the time you're tier 6, those powers are both free. So as long as you've leveled up your edge, right? So yeah, just a massive grid of lightning walls everywhere. Come into my maze. Okay, that seems to have stabilized a tiny bit. But yeah, so we're tracking in further to the territories, to the jungle. I'm going to assume that we're going to have someone take point on this navigation, and I'm going to assume
I wonder who that will be.
Potentially going to be Nori, unless anyone else wants to volunteer for that job. And you can get help from Posey unless you're getting help elsewhere.
Okay. What I would like to do is I would like to have a conversation with Master Gamble and Posey to see if they know where they came out of the jungle first, and that's where we'll go back and try and track.
Yeah, so I think maybe a good bit of like setup for that is obviously once the dragon glass orb was stored away, right, which was what the kind of pocket campsite was kept in, and Gamble had packed that away and such. Obviously him and Posey set off towards the route that they had roughly, remember Gamble said he roughly scouted where the Rakashans had went in and out, but he only went so far in case he got caught, because they travelled in for like about a week and then came out about a week later, give or take, with the big thing under the big cover. So with that in mind, you kind of roughly know the direction you are going in anyway, but obviously you potentially want to be avoiding anything untoward, such as the other creatures that live in this wonderful jungle.
Mhm.
The smaller, ever so slightly less deadly dinosaurs.
So, yes.
So am I going with navigation or tracker?
Well, I think it's probably about 50-50, right? Like, navigation is probably going to help you guys move faster. Tracker would help you avoid things more. So what approach do you want?
Tracker it is then. Well, in reality, I wouldn't mind a bad roll, so we have to fight something because we don't do enough of that.
Hey,
But
if you
the reality is,
you keep in mind, Nori, what you tell the others you're doing and what you tell me you're rolling for are two different conversations. Okay, if you want to track down something to fight, you can. You do technically have a quest here, which is to get, was it 5 eggshells worth of shell from a king's best friend lizard that you haven't done yet. So, you know, if you're telling people, oh, well, I'm navigating to avoid these things, but really what you're doing is, let's go get those eggshells. That's between you and Nori. And ideally me, so I know what I'm saying the role turns out to be.
and does Posey then go in as an asset?
It depends what you're doing. Obviously, Posey can't help you if she doesn't know what you're actually trying to do, so you need to tell me what you're actually rolling for.
I'm just going to use tracker. I'm going to start moving into the jungle slowly ahead of everybody else, avoiding dangers at the present time, spotting what we can, highlighting any potential hazards.
You're probably better doing that alone rather than having somebody else come with you for that one. If it was just navigating, Posey would definitely really help, but I think if it's doing kind of preemptive scouting and stuff, it's probably better you do that on your lonesome. That's pretty good, right? So some training and on that. So what have we got there? Like a 21?
Yes.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. So yeah, as you are navigating, this is taking the course of a couple of days into account, right? So you are traveling for a couple of days, mostly to try and get as much distance between you guys and the coastline as possible, just in case at any point the Emperor did decide to send people after you guys. So he's pretty much book it towards the center of the island. It's pretty easy to find the center of the island. There's a bit of mountainous build up in the middle. As I said, everything goes uphill, as Sloth said, towards the center. So you guys make.
As you said, this is over a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
Can we roll our stats? Get them all back.
No, because you didn't rest. You pushed on to get distance.
We just kept going.
Yeah, okay. You pushed on.
That's
okay. Don't worry. It's going to take a week to get in anywhere close to the Majneb's territory anyway, so you will have time to rest when you think it's safe enough to set up camp, basically. And for the first 2 days, it definitely hasn't been. In terms of how comfortable Gimbals felt about setting up a camp, as well. So he's explained that the ritual to set up the campsite takes a bit of time, and he wouldn't want to start it and then have to abandon it because he doesn't want to leave the Dragonglass Orb behind. And he would have to if he abandoned the ritual midway through. Because, setting up a pocket dimension campsite isn't easy, So, but yes, you push on through the 2 days. Obviously, he's probably a bit tired by this point, but you've managed to navigate basically, 2 days closer into the center of the island without hitting any particular creatures. You have passed a variety of creatures though. There's things that look like velociraptors here, there's things that look like T-Rexes here, and there's things that look like giant spiders here. There's the fauna is not pleasant looking. Yeah. So, but you've managed to take your time, let certain groups of enemies pass or whatever, or creatures I guess pass, and then yeah. Now Posey recommends that you both take some time to try and look for a campsite, somewhere to set up, because it might be worth having somewhere relatively secure that isn't in the Majneb's territory, that is also slightly more secure from the natural migrations of the dinosaurs here. as well, because you don't really want to wake up and be like, hey, look, there's 17 giant spiders outside, guys. I guess we live here now, as they've like webbed up the outside of this invisible tent thing. So yeah, it's up to you guys. You could push on further in, or you could set up camp this far out. But keep in mind, you've probably got maybe 3 or 4 days to get there, never mind how long you spend there, and then the return trip back out. So what do you guys think in terms of where you would like to camp, further in or here?
Is our tiredness at the moment affecting us
I mean,
in any way?
you wouldn't want to get into a fight, I guess, would be my... Like, you haven't really had time to rest.
I definitely don't want to get into it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing good.
Oh yeah, you don't have much left, do you?
I did manage to recover in the kind of 10 minutes we had to spare back at the previous tent. But yeah.
Yeah, you've pretty much been legging it since. So, yeah. But what's the thoughts? Camp here, move further in camp. There's, based on what you've witnessed so far, it's 6 and a half a dozen where you camp until you hit the Imagineb territory, like when you get to the end of the friend zone, basically. So the friend zone's as dangerous as the friend zone is by standard, right? Like it's just it is dangerous. But that campsite is hard to find, as you know, as long as he gets time to throw it up.
I think there's something to be said for getting closer to the dangerous territory before we camp, so that we can be fresher as soon as we hit the friend zone. On the other hand, there's something to be said for camping further away from it, so that our campsite doesn't get assaulted.
As long as we get the campsite set up, though, it's fairly well protected, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'd say maybe like we could travel like a day closer, a couple of days out.
Happy with that, depending on the role.
I mean, are we really going to travel a whole day without setting up camp?
I mean, we've
somewhere
got
to sleep.
like 3 days before we went to the edge.
And keep in mind,
are we doing more makeshift camps before we get there? Or?
For some clarity as well, you guys have legged it for 2 days straight, right? You're basically at the end of day 2, without stopping for really any breaks. On a stomach full of eggs, might I add, scrambled or otherwise. And he's probably do want to rest soon, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with pushing another day. I'm giving you time frames in terms of how long it takes for you guys to move through these locations roughly. You don't need to take that time frame. You could take 5 months holiday before going to Imagineb's territory. It just would be a lot of time to fill, you know? Like, yous aren't in a clock. Yous have already kind of written off the Rakishan ship,
do a
right?
beach vacation.
Yeah, like the Hot Springs episodes.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
So how long? You said it takes the time to set up the camp.
Yeah, it'd be like several hours just for him to fully like deploy the magical like space.
And is there any chance of that failing other than just simply being attacked?
I mean, things interrupting it, yes.
Spend a day here, take it down today, travel another 2 days, and build it up again.
It does not go up and down in the same day. Which is why you haven't been using it up until now. Like it's something that has to like deploy and then the magic. Think of it like it's on cooldown, if that makes it easier to gamify it. And then before it can be like pulled back in, it needs to have been up for a certain period of time to then, you know, you can't just mess with space quickly, unfortunately. Not without potentially tearing space.
So the conversation is that Nori will be asking Falkwin how close he is to absolute exhaustion and how much danger he is. Because if it's too close to being detrimental to the group, then I think I'd be looking for a space here that we can use just within Ignysera's tent, and then using watches at night for that to let some of that be healed back, rather than using the pocket dimension.
Yeah, that last rest was beneficial to me. I would estimate that I am at about 60 or 70% at the moment.
It's not terrible.
Not terrible. I don't fancy wrestling a Tyrannosaurus, but I also...
Is that an in general, though? Like, I just generally don't want to wrestle a Tyrannosaurus.
You know, that's probably true in general, yes. But, you know, I'm also not doing so badly that I would be afraid of a run-in with a deer.
And we also don't know Professor Gamble and Posey's strength when it comes to these things. So
even if Gamble is a particularly studious type with a more frail body, I would imagine his magic is up to snuff.
Yeah, he was Grandmaster for a reason,
Yeah.
right? Like, he's just really, really good at organization. I cast admin. But yes, so...
in that case, I would push on for another day or two.
Okay, push on for a day and then set up camp a bit closer to the inner edge of the friend zone, basically. Okay, can everyone give me a might roll then? And this is for pushing on another day. This is also a difficulty 3.
Okay.
No bonuses against strength.
On effort, because I've got...
I get a free effort. So
Yeah.
For might?
I need to keep remembering. Oh no, I don't have any might edge. Yeah, you're right. Yes, that's how edge works. Yes. I'm so used to all of my rolls being all the time for intellect.
So 2 edge gives me what?
No
in
effort.
might?
2 edge and might would give you a discount of 2, and it should be factored in.
I should have done effort. It wouldn't have helped. Effort wouldn't have helped. Falkwin, you know,
This
he
makes
believed
sense. You're
that
tired,
he,
you know.
Yep, he believed that he had it in him, but he was lying to himself.
Yeah, those aren't terrible though, right? Like, we got some good successes. Although Ignysera cutting it close. And yeah, not a bad roll from Nori either. Nori generally reserves most of their strength usually, unless they're fighting a cat one-on-one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think Nori probably helps Falkwin along a bit. Possibly with the reassuring words of, if we just get closer, then we can rest. It'll all be like this promise, this carrot of rest that he's been like, it's okay. And they're like, you said that like an hour ago. It's like, I know, and it's only 2 hours ago. You said it was only an hour ago.
Are we there yet?
But only it's Nori going, but we are there. We're almost there. We're almost there. Just a couple of more steps, and then 4 hours, and then a couple of more steps. Yeah, I think you get to a clearing. Is this location where you got to like another like day and a bit on? Is this where you want to set up Gamble's camp, or just a normal campsite with like Ignysera setting up?
I would like to roll perception on this if you don't mind.
So I just like a wee scout around.
Yeah, just a wee scout around and see how safe it is.
Yeah, sure.
That's okay with everybody? Oh. 13.
Yeah. Is that an 11 plus specialized? So it's that plus 6, so that's at 17. Yeah. So there is a cave near-ish by, but it's not that close you would worry about camping here. It's just close enough that, you know, it's noteworthy, shall we say. In one of the kind of rock faces towards the the inner island, I guess, the center. But there's no other like obvious signs of like through traffic of where other creatures might be wandering. So you look like you have found somewhere relatively like secluded. But Nori being Nori, having adventured through caves previously for many, many, many days, having also tracked cave crawlers for many, many days. Maybe the reason why there are no other animal tracks around is because of whatever's in that cave. But there are no tracks up and down to the cave. So
maybe it floats. Maybe it's got a helium balloon.
Yeah, like a helium bladder. Like a puffer fish. Just. But yes, so you find
really
that there's no obvious signs of concern other than the caves may be worth exploring at some point when you are a bit better shape. Or ignore it all, rest here, and then move on with your lives, really. Like,
is there anywhere that would give me a vantage point, even up a tree somewhere that I can see surrounding area?
Given the thick canopy of jungle and the way like the land kind of slopes, not really. Like, you're probably sitting on something like Ignysera's shoulders is probably the best vantage point you've got because it's underneath the jungle canopy but above the kind of jungle brush, right? Like, so that's probably your good visibility, but then you've got jungle trees. Like, unless you're going to bring out like a minigun like in that Predator movie, you know, and cut everything down, you're probably relatively limited sight, unfortunately. Posey pretty much turns up, like rings out her like head kind of bandana scarf thing that she's got, and kind of looks around, like hands on hips, and goes, "It's probably as good a sight as any to set up camp if you wanna rest." And she says quite breathlessly. You can tell like even she's been pushed quite a bit.
Rest, please. Yes, God.
Yeah, and Falkwin here looks like he's about to kiss the dirt as well, so you know, maybe we should think about that. She says that like try to say it's like, you know, oh, I'm thinking of Falkwin here, but really it's she's also knackered.
Falkwin doesn't care. Falkwin's like, use whatever excuse you like. Just kind of collapses.
I think we should rest. It only takes like a very small amount of time to put up my tent, doesn't it? So I could put that up while people are waiting for the nice camp to be set up.
Well, again, as a group, are you happy to set up camp here based on what Nori's discovered? Because if so, then yeah, like obviously I think Falkwin's happily voting this is fine. By set up camp, I mean Gamble's camp, because obviously that's the one that takes a bit more time. So if that's the case, then you may as well let him set that up, and you guys just like chill for a bit, maybe get some firewood or whatever. Like, yeah.
I'll continue scouting around about.
Yeah.
Just.
I mean, yeah, I'm still fine, so I'll just keep going.
Falkwin, you can start using some
In
rests.
terms of points, maybe not physically.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously anyone that wants to use their action rest, feel free to as well.
So, have I got an hour?
I need an hour.
You will all have your full rest allotment currently.
Okay. So I can just use my hour and my 10.
You could use your action, your 10, and your hour.
I've used my action and my 10 last time.
I've just said you all have your full rests.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you all have access to 4 recovery rolls, unless your character sheets say otherwise, in terms of abilities. So.
Okay.
5.
But just remember, you can't be scouting and doing recoveries for lengths of time.
I take a narrative rest, but my points are fine.
Okay, yeah.
Well, that's good.
Are you going to go collect some like wood and whatever then?
Yeah, I'll do some like scan around, collect some wood, like prep some bits, keep an eye on the cave a little bit.
Posey does the thing, goes, "Oh, it's such a good idea. I'll help you out," and then just like collapses, and just lies down. It's like, I'll be up in 5 minutes. Maybe
so much easier being a bee.
So much simpler being a bee. Yeah, a potentially immortal bee. Not when she's on like a fucking spy mission with her dad. To be fair though, I would absolutely watch Ted Danson and Parker Posey on a father-daughter like spy comedy together. That would be fantastic. Like I felt like he would have been such a great insert for Leslie Nielsen's absence. I think obviously I'm liking the idea that Liam Neeson is stepping in for like Naked Gun, but I always thought Ted Danson was kind of perfect.
Oh, Ted Danson would be
yeah.
I've been enjoying like the things that he's been in like the last few years.
Yeah, his comedy's pretty good. Yeah. So yeah. How many rests did everyone do? Everyone do up to an hour, I take it, including their hours?
I only needed to go up to 10 minutes.
Okay, cool.
So my next is an hour, but that's me at max
Cool.
now.
Nori?
I had to do an hour, so
Yeah.
that maxed me out.
Okay, cool. To be fair, you scouted out first and then you took your rest.
Yeah.
During that time, Gamble's like, well, if we're setting up, I'll start the ritual. Should be enough space here. Seems good. Ambient magic seems good. Puts the dragon glass orb like kind of central to the location. Starts like drawing like magical sigils in the air, and then they seem to be like getting set into the ground. And it's almost like he's building some kind of rudimentary structure with these magic sigils. That look like kind of big arched doorway. And then the dragon glass orb seems to like almost like send out a pulse of like almost like a ripple in space that seems to then like make the arcane arch glow and vanish. And that takes, as I said, several hours to do that. So by this point, there's been a pile of wood set up. Posey's had time to like have an hour rest and then go a wander looking for some bird eggs, or any eggs, I guess, that she finds. Anything that looks like it can go in a frying pan. And she comes back with various berries and some eggs and some questionable comments about hornets' nests that she's spotted, and whether or not hornet honey is a thing and would it be interesting. Who's brave enough to give it a go?
Oh, it's not. Hornets are not vegetarians.
And
Hornets are carnivores.
Well, I was a bee once, and
Bees are vegetarian.
like her whole spiel about, I never thought about hornets. Maybe a hornet would have been better. An immortal hornet. Yeah. And then Gamble's like, right, I'll go test it out. So he goes in a kind of like shimmer doorway thing. And then like for like a minute or two, there's nothing. And then he comes back out, just pokes his head out and is like, "You can come in now." And then obviously welcomes everyone in. And it is just that same kind of night sky with the open clearing, the different trees, the almost forest glade vibe to it all, with a bunch of camp like tent things set up. And there's more tents set up now than there was previously, because obviously it's not just him, his daughter, and Sloth now. It's obviously you guys. So there's a tent for everybody. They're very basic tents, to be fair, but they're in there. There's a blanket, and a pillow in each of them. But that is
a bit of privacy, not much else.
It really is it, right? Like technically the space is the privacy, right? Like the tents are just there for aesthetic, really. And then between Posey and yourself, I guess Ignysera, you drag the firewood in, and she kind of looks at you and goes, "Is it rude if I ask you to light this?" I can light it, but she gestures to you.
Yes, that's quite all right. I will. Then I just do my shroud of flame to begin with, and just
Bring out a lighter.
yeah, just get
So the flint and stone,
my
just
thumb.
Yep. Good.
I could have done that.
And then she kind of just like nods impressed. She goes, Maybe I should try dragon magic at some point. It, like taps our lips a bit.
You might need to be born with it, though. Not sure.
We could test that though.
Can test it. Try and replicate it.
She like reaches into
It'll be
her
interesting to
backpack,
see.
like runs over to her backpack, reaches in, pulls out a journal, scribbles some notes down, puts it back in. It's like, born with it. Just her obviously minds away on a new angle.
The next time we see Posey, she's going to be an immortal salamander.
Oh, yeah.
Like a little gecko.
Little gecko.
So there's just a note. So, gang, the thing is, need you to read out this passage. But yeah, so she starts work throwing together a meal anyway. Gamble seems to be like inspecting the outer edges of the campsite space, just in a kind of like almost OCD level of like detail orient. Like he's not happy with like the way he set up the camp.
Is something wrong, Professor?
No, just can't be too careful. You know, and I think if someone was looking for this place and they knew what they were looking for, they might be able to find it. That's all I'm worried about. You know, the Emperor has resources akin to the Arcanatrix. Maybe not quite as specialized, but, you know, he kind of just like wistfully like looks out.
We'll just have to set a watch then.
From what Falkwin said, he didn't seem too interested in following us, but we should keep an eye out still.
Yes,
we don't know that his interests didn't extend so far. He clearly wasn't interested in doing much himself, but it wouldn't have taken much for him to send a team.
That's my concern, and if he knew that magic was involved, he gestures vaguely to you, Falkwin, that magic was involved, then he's likely to have sent people skilled in such. But yes, I think it's best that I see if I can make it less obvious. As much as I trust this artifact, it's been around a long time and it's worked perfectly every time, but I would hate for this to be the one time it, failed us.
We already know that their assassins have the ability to go semi-invisible due to some sand on their sins. So
yes,
we wouldn't necessarily know if they're behind us or not.
Their ability to blend in is quite concerning, as is their ability to detect hidden things also. They are, well, the Whiskers of the Empire are well named. Kind of like
is that why they found me?
He kind of looks and goes, "What?"
I have a cloak that helps me go invisible. And we're battling them back in the town. It didn't seem to help me any. They could pinpoint me.
The cloak, can I see it?
Of course. I'll unwrap it and from my shoulder. Have a look.
And like he takes it and he kind of like someone quite impressed with like the kind of craftsmanship. He's like, "Oh, this is Elven."
Yes.
Kind of like looks over, he's like feeling the silk and stuff, and he's like, this is quite impressive craftsmanship. Can barely feel the magic woven in. And he kind of like just slowly running his hand like down some of the seams. If I wasn't aware of what it did, I would have a hard time guessing at what it was. It's quite impressively made, but My only assumption then, if you were detected, was that it was through other methods other than what this cloak has hidden you from.
I just assumed it was one of their skills to detect. Maybe it was my scent then, or I was a bit too heavy-footed.
And he kind of nods, and he's like, well, as I mentioned with the campsite, I could mask my visual presence, but my footfall would be something they would be quite adept at detecting, given their skills with geomancy.
No snoring tonight, then.
Yeah, chuckles and goes, we should be quite fine in here, I hope. And he kind of like looks around slightly more suspiciously at the tent kind of space. But perhaps sleeping lightly would be best. I know that we're all tired, but yes, and unfortunately I won't be much use until my energies recover. Setting up this space takes a lot from me, unfortunately.
We're used to sleeping in shifts anyway.
I'm happy to take point on guard. It is my job after all.
And he kind of just like nods, kind of like does that thing where like he like puts his hand on his head and just like kind of bows slightly. I think I'm going to go and rest before food is prepared. But please, we are stationary for now. If you have to come and go, this is probably a good opportunity to do what we need to do before we press on further into Nemajneb's territory. And I'll see what I can do about obfuscating us further for that, just in case the Rakishans are still searching for us, if they indeed are. It is potential that the Emperor doesn't want to waste resources on us, and simply has left by now.
That would be quite insulting. Joke.
Like, I think Posey gives you like a scoff when you say that. Like she's clearly not eager to encourage more things to have to deal with. But hey, look who it is. Or hear who it is. Do we have an Alexander? Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about it.
What's more audio issues between friends? Right?
It seems to be the night for it.
Yes. But do you get anything else you want to do while setting, like, while we're waiting on food, basically, I guess?
No, I'll happily take second watch if Ignysera's going to take the first watch.
Sounds like we're all pretty much just settling in for like a 10-hour rest, to be honest.
Yeah, I was thinking like whether I could make, I don't know, like not a decoy or a distraction, kind of away from the camp, but I feel like that would still just draw too much.
Yeah, like
general area.
Obviously you could set up a campsite elsewhere, like a visible one, but it would just be you putting something for somebody to find, right? Rather than it just being empty jungle, I guess.
Yeah, so it's probably better just to leave that.
I mean, it'd be different if you were able to jump to the other side of the island and put it there and like really distract them. But yeah, Alexander, you with us yet? Or are you waiting for exactly 8 o'clock?
Yeah, so he was going to join at 8. Be alright.
Clearly far too early for that just now. Yep. We got like 30 seconds to go. Yep. But yeah, so
if he wasn't actually doing that, then he absolutely is now.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. It's like you've understood Alexander's personality perfectly through how he plays Lockhart. Okay, so if there's nothing else you guys are doing other than like rotating watches, then please do your 10-hour recovery rolls as well, and we can start a new day.
Go back to 1 then. Back to the action.
Hello. Can you hear us?
Oh, same problem.
Oh, no, I think
No,
he
I
can.
couldn't hear
No,
you.
he
Yeah.
can hear us, but we can't
Yeah.
hear him.
How is your new job as a lumberjack? Your full beard and your
Oh, that's
plaid.
that's just because he can't answer back.
Hello.
There we go.
There's your audio. You're also the quietest you've ever been.
Very quiet. I'm going to try and turn you up. Oh, you're already really high.
Yeah, there's no more up to turn you, unfortunately. So you just kind of have to like eat your microphone on your laptop. That really didn't help. Speak. Can you speak when you're that close to it though, to see if it is a like? No. Is it the little black box thingy on your card? Do you want to hold that up? And talk into that.
What if I talk into
That's
this?
your microphone.
Yep.
That's an improvement. You're still quiet, but it's improved.
I was not expecting these headphones to work at all, so the fact that it has a functioning microphone is quite a surprise.
Yeah. So you just have to like weave that into your beard so it stays put. Yes. Do you want to do your intro? Why not? Just when you can.
A little hair clip and just pin it to your beard.
Oh, we're gone.
There's no audio now because you're not holding your push to talk. It's just going to be like you're writing down what you're wanting to say and holding it up to the camera. Yeah.
I also then forgot which button I pushed.
It's going well.
Good. Most of the evening, and welcome back. This is your host now, just taking over.
Fair.
I am Alexandra, and I am playing Lockheart Dourf, who's an empathic speaker, exactly the sort of person you want to interpreting the law.
Yeah. There we have it. How many screens have you got set up?
Just the one, but I was just looking for if there's any pens nearby.
I mean, half a go. Has everyone else done their recovery rolls, I guess, is a good question.
Yeah.
Good. And I'll let Alexander play catch up with that as well for recovery rolls when you can. So while we're waiting on Alexander's recovery rolls, is anyone else doing anything now that we're in a new day?
I think I will do what I do in these circumstances. I will try my stealth skills. I'll nip out of the shield and I'll wander around just to make sure everything's being safe.
Yeah.
So,
So you want to give me like a stealth roll and a perception roll and do like a wee kind of like recce of the area? If you did tracking rather than perception, it might give you more like detailed info as well.
Okay.
So you might be looking for if MD's like been trying to look for you guys that way, right?
Any signs at all, yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Try.
Oh.
Let's go.
Oh. Don't you have a thing that stops intrusions?
I do.
Okay. Are we using your thing?
Things can be useful.
You tell me. Like, I'm sure somebody had the first intrusion doesn't count.
I have this.
Okay. So, you tell
If
me
you
if...
roll a natural 1 on a d20, you can re-roll the die. If you re-roll, you avoid a GM intrusion. Roll a second one, which means it's going to get you. I don't like using these things, but can I roll a big, high-numbered dice? Odds, I use the GM intrusion. Evens, I don't.
It's up to you. Like, this is a move you picked, though, right?
It is, but
So,
I just don't like breaking the game.
It's not. It's part of the game, right? Remember, I can use intrusions whenever I want. So, I'm not gutted if I don't get to use the intrusion or not. I think you just want to fight something. And you're hoping that's what that means, and not that you trip over, fall down a cliff, and break your bow in half.
I'm going to let the GM intrusion happen then.
Okay.
It's me. See if this was a life or death situation, which at the present time we don't know if it is or not, and it was a hit or a miss for me to kill something or be killed, I would probably use it.
Okay.
But full health, it's all good. Go for it.
Okay, pick 1, 2, or 3. Or A, B, or C. To make 6.5 dozen to me.
1.
Okay. So, you get yourself ready in the morning. Get yourself up and ready. Also, for Alexander's benefit, obviously where we ended the last session, you guys were pretty much legging it. You've been legging it for like 2 days straight without resting. Quite tired. The ritual to set up the camp space is quite lengthy, several hours, and it takes quite a lot of gimbal, and it can also be like shrunken really quickly after it's been set up, so it takes time, and it can't be like interrupted, otherwise bad things can go wrong when you're messing with space. So you have taken enough time to find a nice place. He's basically got 2 days in, took like a little breather, and decided to push another day in to try and get further in. And they've probably got 2 days of travel to get to the edge of the friend zone towards Benjamin's side, as it were, the Neb territory. And you've decided that this place is probably far enough away from potential rakish and, surveillance, but also far enough away from the Neb's territory in case something goes wrong there and you have to leg it. So these are kind of in the slightly inner side of the central friend zone belt for your benefit. You'll have had all 4 rests available to have used before waking up today. Just so you know, mechanically. So you would have had 4 rests to get yourself to today's rests for yourself. And obviously other people have used some of their rests today already or whatever, I think. Either way, people have woke up today. Just for you to be caught up. Beyond that, you want to keep the intrusion. So yeah, you get yourself ready, you get your gear on, your new bow, etc. And then you immediately go to poke your head out of the magical tent space. And immediately your head bumps into something sniffing at you.
Is
would
it
you
friendly?
Would you like to look up?
Yes. I'd like to put my head back in the shield again, but
yeah, it's hard to get a look at given how close you are to its snout, right? You feel its hot, wet, breath on you from its nostrils that are wider than your head is. And yeah, you maybe go back inside the tent, having seen a king's best friend lizard sniffing around the entrance.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
I will draw the curtain closed again.
Mm-hmm.
We have a friend outside. King's best friends came to pay us a visit.
Oh, are we kings now? How nice. Did
Yes.
it bring any eggs?
No, but I might have friends.
Hmm. Did it seem friendly?
Had a friendly sniff.
Oh, I still have my head.
Well, it couldn't see you, right? It could smell something.
Well, no,
But
he
it
poked
couldn't
his head
see you.
out, right? He poked his head out. So his head would have
Oh.
been visible.
Uh-huh.
Whether or not that means this predator would have been able to see him is a different story. But, yeah.
It did feel an impact of my head hitting its
Yeah.
foreleg.
No, you hit its snout. You were
I
up
hit its
close
snout.
as it was sniffing. I mean, arguably the most
Mhm.
concentration of scents would have been at the entrance to the tent, right? So,
It definitely knows there's something here.
yeah, it's probably just confused because it's like, well, why can't I see if there's... The smell says there's something here, but the sea says no. Do you tell anyone?
Oh, I think that conversation is actually what I just said.
Okay. Mhm.
Right. So, how do we get out of
Wait
this?
for it to go away.
Wait and see if it passes.
Posey comes over and's like, what's all this noise about? Let my dad sleep. He's very tired after, well, setting this place up and also, running for 3 days.
There's a guest outside. We're talking about what to do with.
And she kind of goes, okay, and she goes to like push past you to just go outside.
No.
I don't want
no,
to do that.
And she's like, what?
Posey, no.
It's a king's best friend.
And she kind of just goes, yeah, sure, okay. And then goes to like push past again.
No, really.
I grab.
Yeah, and she's like, what, really?
Yes.
And she kind of looks at you, Nori, and goes, this is a bloody good place for a campsite.
You said it was.
Yeah, because you came back. If you hadn't come
I
back,
always
I
come
wouldn't have
back.
said camp here. I said something noble like, let's go look for our lost friend.
Came to find us. Maybe it wants to be friends.
Well, go and ask it.
Also. You first.
And she goes, no.
Oh.
Like, she went to feeling a lot more flurry, but no. I'm good here. But the other problem is, that's the way in and out. She turns to you, Ignysera, and goes, can't you, push it away?
It's quite a lot bigger than I am.
If we could distract it a little, I could perhaps make it forget that it saw us at all, or perceived us at all. We just need to not be looking at.
Or if we were able to throw something out of a bubble.
Hello. I'll go.
And just throw a stone, and distract a dinosaur and just throw a stone over there. It'll go that way.
A big bone. A big bone.
Yeah.
Does anybody carry a big bone?
In
Or I
theory,
could do a bit of fire.
hedge magic should be able to mimic throwing a bone. Surely.
Hey, what's the definition of head magic? Probably
Small
can do something.
tricks and minor magical effects.
Yeah, you could probably summon a bone to throw. It probably wouldn't go very, very far, but it would. You could probably summon a bone. I just don't know if it would smell like a bone.
Yeah. I've still got some cave crawler bits
Mhm.
that I don't think Aluben's used yet.
No, she only used the pincers, so
Yeah.
Those are probably pretty damn pungent. It's been a long time
Where
they've
did
been
you
in
get last night's eggs, Posey?
Like, are you volunteering as distraction? She like looks at you, Nori.
Yeah. I'll stick on my cloak. I will.
She looks confused.
I-
They're like, wait, what? That wasn't meant to work. Like, she looks quite baffled by your bravery that way.
If we can get away from the main door, we might stand a chance.
Yeah.
Lockheart doing some of his tricks.
So you said you could make it forget.
Yes, not tried on something its size before. What's the difference, really? Small animals, big
And
animals.
she like looks at you and does like this, and then like goes, just
This is where I would just like to check that my interpretation of the rule. I think I can, but I just
Does not work on animals.
well, it is creatures.
Yeah, I mean it says into the mind of a creature within immediate range.
Yeah.
So
Doesn't
just
say
means
anything about.
you gotta be close.
Yeah.
Gotta be super close. And you only race up to 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's
And it's still going to be standing in front of us. And it
That's
will
why
then
it's
just
not
see us
looking.
again. And go,
As long as it forgets me sticking my head out and banging into it, we could just hide here for a bit longer and hopefully it
yeah,
goes away.
but I think the thing is it can still smell. It can still smell us, so it's going to smell us again if it's right next to us.
So you could probably erase the fact that it encountered Nori
Yeah.
if you're out and quick. But it doesn't mean to say it might go away. But it's not a
It
terrible
might
plan.
investigate less.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
Might be a bit just more confused and.
Or
Are we feeling?
we get another GM intrusion and Lockheart becomes a T-Rex.
You say
friendly
intrusion.
one.
That sounds like a great.
That's a win.
I never said all intrusions are bad. Remember your promotion
Are we
from your
feeling-
last intrusion?
Are we feeling lucky again? It's,
Everyone,
a
roll luck.
glorious, a glorious prey to tackle.
If this doesn't work, we're kind of back where we were. Don't lose that much. I'm confident.
to try your mind erasing stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, you'd want to
Yeah,
do that
if it
now
doesn't-
anyway,
if it
right?
doesn't-
In terms of timing.
If it doesn't lose you much, then I've given it a go.
Well, it's definitely free for Lockhart at this stage, right?
Oh, is it? Oh, nice.
Isn't
yeah,
your
definitely.
intellect edge pretty good?
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, I'll probably bump up some effort on there, but
So are you gonna poke your head out now? And
will we do something to try and distract it a little bit? The hedge magic, or
Or me.
yeah, no, I'm with you.
Yeah, I can. I think maybe just throwing the cave crawler bits. Like, I think I've got some spine or something. Some.
you definitely
chitin.
get something, yeah, like that you can
Yeah.
chuck easily.
I
Yeah.
think something smelly, since it was having a sniff about.
Yeah, something
is
that's got a
probably
bit of a
most useful.
stink to it. That'd be good.
Yeah, Alabenne provides such pungent remains. Some
Yes.
Would you like me to do
This,
it? I don't know how strong.
yeah, my arm, it's not the best. Hands, Ignysera, the
Alabenne
You
looks at
know,
you and says, "You might want to work on that if you're going to become a warlock."
I'm
I'm sure the Arcanatrix has a gym. I'm just sure it's also covered in dust.
I can ask the warlocks how they handle this. Maybe we don't need to do that kind of combat as much.
But then again, this would be an impressive story to tell them.
Indeed.
So yeah, you've been handed the pungent remains of some cave crawlers.
I can use Force at Distance for free, so I could just use that to throw the cave crawler
Okay,
bits.
yeah, do that.
Yep. Just
I pass it back.
some telekinesis, yeah.
Yeah.
So is your edge 4 for
4.
intellect now? Nice. Yeah.
Yep.
It's such
4
a good
seems to
system
be the
make
magic
things.
number where a bunch of things become free.
It's just a nice system. Like, I like making things free. It's really fun.
Yeah.
So yes, yeah, you wanna chuck this. So this can go roughly like, I think short distance is about 50 feet or something. It says 30 meters, give or take. So that's a reasonable amount of distance. But that is, you obviously need Lockhart to be in immediate distance of this thing. So
What would be the best way to do it? Can we throw out of the where we're in without stepping out, or do we have to be outside of it?
somebody would need to step out, like enough to just
I think
throw the stuff out.
Because what you'll want to do is throw it, and then before it lands, Lockhart casts cast forget whatever,
So yeah,
and then it will hear the thing land, and remember that, but won't remember us throwing it.
yeah. So hoping that provides a nice pungent distraction
Mhm.
for it entirely. So yeah, you want Falkwin and Lockhart to both step out at the same time. Falkwin telekinetically chucks the stuff probably under, around, or over this thing in some way. You've got the reach range to do it really.
Ideally, so that it kind of looks away from us, so Falkwin can hit it from behind.
I mean Lockhart.
Yeah,
It's
sorry.
okay.
Yeah.
We've all called Lockhart Falkwin. It's fine. I'm glad it's just
I need
not
some
me.
water. A bit.
Cool.
1 second.
No worries. Happy with the plan, Lockhart? Yeah?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
You probably don't have long to
I'll be
formulate
back
more.
for-
Ignysera,
Time it well. Mm-hmm.
which
Yes.
side of the opening do you want to take? Left or right? Because we'll
Is
pull
this if
open the
things
door,
go
we'll
wrong?
let them run out. Yeah, and
Right.
then if it does go wrong,
No, so
we're there
which
as
one
well.
of them are you grabbing back in? I think is a better.
That's true. Yeah, we can pull them back in. I don't mind. I'm happy with either. What's your preferred side?
We'll just have to be quick.
I'll go left.
Perfect.
And there's easily enough room for like 2 or 3 people to come and go in this tent, like at once. Do you know what I mean? Like it's quite a big archway. It's built around.
Sorry about that, Simon.
That's alright. I mean, for dramatic effect, do you want to give me a speed roll, Falkwin?
Sure.
And this is for aiming, just chucking it in a direction. It's not a particularly difficult roll.
That's good.
Yeah, no, that'll do.
Because
And then Lockhart, do you want to give me your mind wipe roll? Okay, what's our total?
Uh, 7. 32?
That's
So not higher than that. Sorry, what's so 5 times 3 is about 15. 15 plus 17. Yeah, no,
32.
like 32, yeah. I just can't count. In my head it was 39 and I don't know why.
It
But
can
yeah.
be 39 if you want.
I mean, it's 6.5 a dozen really at this stage. But yeah, like you obviously reach out. You, I don't know what it looks like or how it feels to Lockhart when doing this. Do you want to describe it to people?
I mean, I can't really resist it being a bit. You know, it's telekinesis, so there's got to be a bit of Professor X in there somewhere.
Do we mean telepathy?
Of course.
Okay.
Make you forget that I said that.
But anyway,
it was telekinesis.
yeah, we've got the 2 psychic skills here: telekinesis and telepathy. Yeah.
So there probably is some sort of like reach out while muttering a bit under his breath. Puts into the mind of the thing's best friend, and then just like takes away everything, but in particular, like seeing Nori, perceiving Nori at that moment.
Yeah, and it snips that part out of its memory, stitches it back together. And yeah, I would suggest that while this thing's pivoting round to try and have a sniff at whatever's been chucked to the side of it, I would suggest you maybe come back in the tent. Yeah.
Annoyingly, a 17 does not refund.
No. How much did that cost you?
8.
Still not terrible. Considering what's your intellect pool?
31.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Lockheart doesn't fight, but Lockheart has lost so many fights no one remembers. He's been beat up so many times that nobody remembers, because they're now all lobotomized. Yeah. Min-maxed much? No? But yes, this thing seems to be quite distracted, having a good sniff at whatever was chucked. But obviously, as you come back in, you can obviously no longer perceive it either. You would need Gamble awake to be able to like attenuate the walls of this field to look out. So yeah, it was like, okay, did it work?
Suppose we have to wait and see.
Well, at least I don't think it will fall much as fall shows. Identity for the moment safe.
Thank you very much once again. Twice you've saved my bacon.
It was more than that, but don't worry, you don't need to remember.
Posey just gives you like a raised eyebrow, like look at that, like like a Posey will remember this type moment, or will she?
Will she?
Will she?
Well, I think breakfast might be a bit burnt, but oh well. She kind of goes back and like as if this crisis has resolved itself. She's just whimsically back at the campfire, cooking away.
Do we hear any sounds outside?
I mean, nothing especially.
I would like to.
Should do some spying.
Yeah.
Some distance viewing.
Yes. I would like to put a little eyeball just outside the tent.
Yeah. I would love it if you'd got an intrusion, if it was a roll, because obviously it's not a roll for this particular situation, but if there'd been an intrusion, it was just you're staring at the Emperor. Like, hello.
Yeah.
This is where you went to.
The
If you do it a
temptation is too
bit
much.
high, can you do it like high in the air? A bit more of like a bird's eye view.
It doesn't say
Oh,
it has to go on the ground.
Yeah. It's just a location I've previously visited or viewed.
So you could just do it above the archway if you wanted, like above the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so you get a bit more of a height on it, so we can kind of where it might be going and stuff.
Yeah, just I guess whatever the best vantage point of the area around the camp is that I'm.
Under the canopy, above the brush, and above like head height or something, right? Like maybe 2 heads up or whatever.
Yeah.
Or 2 Ignyseras tall, like. What was it when the cadence came? It was like how many Ignysera?
Oh yeah.
How many Serenes old are you?
How many
or whatever.
Serenes? Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so you can make that sensor, and you can obviously like tune into it if you will. Probably takes a bit more mental energy than you're used to, because you're like permeating like the barrier between this campsite. But yeah, and yeah, you can just see this King's best friend lizard sniffing around. It does seem to just be like sniffing around like a dog on a scent. It's a very, very large dog.
It knows there's something here.
Mm.
It's not left.
Oh, no. Well,
Did anyone bring Febreze?
what's that?
You do have that. Who has that?
What?
Does anyone have a...
Myr'ra does
Does
have
anyone
the
actually
scent
have that?
cleanser thingy. Yeah. The
Yeah.
gets rid of the pheromones from the king's best friend, lizard egg shells. Cipher, I think is what we named it, remember?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, I mean, on the plus side, you aren't covered in those pheromones, as far as you are aware. So, you might want to hold on to that cipher for when you do attempt to steal some eggshells,
Yeah.
if you are still doing that.
No, I think we just have to wait for Master Gamble to wake up then and see if we can.
We can, yeah, wait it out a bit. And if things go awry, then everyone just be ready.
Sharpen your tools.
Hmm. I think Aluben comments to you again, Falkwin, to sing. Fascinating creature. Would be wonderful to study more.
Are you asking us to dissect it for you, Alu?
No. Obviously, if we happen upon one that has died already, then I wouldn't be against the idea of further study. But even just observing how it goes around its routines are quite interesting. Especially if its ability to create eggshells with the potency used in the Aberdac equation.
Indeed. There must be something about this. Well, we are certainly going to be keeping an eye on it, come what may. And dissecting it may become our only option if it doesn't leave us alone after a long enough period of time.
That would be a shame. And you can't tell if she's genuine or not. Like, it's a she wins either way, like, kind of statement.
Mm.
But yeah. What's the plan, gang? And Alexander can just hear us with your...
Can we poke Gamble awake and see what he thinks?
Okay. Alexander, audio? All good?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
that's better.
Yeah. It's pretty good. But yeah, so I guess I'm asking how long is there letting Gamble sleep for before you try and poke him awake?
Until Posey has breakfast ready.
Okay.
He's got to eat as well.
Yeah. So
Lockhart might do his action rest.
yeah, cool. I mean, you could probably do 10 minutes as well by the time she's got breakfast ready if you really wanted to have done both. But I don't think you're... Nah, you got exactly back way. It's all coming up, Lockhart. Like, just have to say that so the dice gods hear it. But yeah, Posey finishes breakfast. She plates it up a bit, and then obviously goes to wake up Gamble with a plate as well, who seems to grumble quite a bit, and eventually joins you guys for breakfast. It's like, did everybody sleep okay? He says quite sleepily. His bedhead looks pretty bad.
Yes, but we had a visitor this morning.
Oh, Sloth misses boat. He kind of chuckles a bit into his eggs.
No. King's best friend is patrolling round about the tent outside.
Oh, that's good.
He's forgotten that
He
we're
just
here.
kind of nods to himself. He's clearly in his own little world. Like, oh yeah, that's good. Like he was just expecting good news or whatever.
I'll let that sink in a little bit, shall I?
What's that? And then goes, sorry, King's best friend. Oh. Oh.
Outside the tent. Sniffing round.
Right. Right.
I said hello to it.
Why?
Didn't know it was there. Went to make sure we were safe, and we're not.
Has it? It hasn't tried to come in, has it?
Not that we're aware.
It's not reassuring. He kind of like finishes the spoonful of eggs that he's got, and then he like stands up, and like a bit shaky on his feet. And he starts walking towards like the kind of entranceway, and then he kind of like waves his hand across the archway, and like again it attenuates to like being slightly more see-through, transparent, and I can see that there's you know, like it's not quite as close. It's like maybe like a couple of trees away now. And it does seem to just be like sniffing around. Oh, I see. Right. We might want to relocate, but I can't close the campsite for at least a day.
Then that would seem to imply that we cannot relocate at the moment.
Oh, we could always come back.
Abandoning this camp sounds risky.
I doubt the Rakashans would pay attention to the king's best friend lizards. But you're correct. If there were people following us, they might be interested in what it's interested in. And it might be best that our comings and goings aren't seen. So if it's here sniffing around, perhaps that does play in our favour if we were to move further in. And thus, perhaps lure them away.
Sure, I have the skills to get by it, but do you guys?
Gamble just kind of turns to us. Oh yeah, I forget you can't all just teleport. Right. And that might also not be the best idea either, because it could disturb the ambient magic this close to the dragon glass orb. Who smells the worst? Gamble just looks at everyone.
Nori, the unwashed teenager.
So, Chris, are you okay? That catch you off guard, did it? Did that catch you off guard, did it?
Thank you for that.
You good?
No.
I'm sorry, Chris.
You couldn't have timed that any worse. Already better, which we will look at it.
But yeah, so...
Anyway, where were we?
Yeah. Who smells the worst? Gamble looks at everyone kind of cheekily.
I think that's the wrong question. I think who would sound more attractive, smell more attractive to?
Yeah.
I asked before. I ask now with a little more seriousness. Are we feeling lucky?
Gamble just shaking his head, like automatically, like, no. It's like, what do you have in mind, Falkwin?
Well, we have the element of surprise.
Kind of looks over at like the kind of almost like side-on view of this thing sniffing up a tree. And it's like, aha.
That gives it an advantage that might even the odds somewhat.
To do what? What's the plan? Like, I could possibly scare it off. I've got enough magic at my disposal. But I'll be honest, I'm quite tired and wouldn't want to rely on that. Not if it attracts the wrong sort of attention.
That is also true. A loud battle might not be in our favour.
Or anyone within the Emperor's service that's sensitive to magic. Could track any use of magic.
Indeed.
Which doesn't exclude what Lockheart did, by the way. Which was a very, very big use of magic.
Well, we've done some now then, so.
And Gamble doesn't know that, it's fine.
How much magic does the teleportation skill you have use? Can everybody travel through it, or is it just a personal thing?
You see him like look even more tired as the question developed. Like, how much magic does it take? Oh, and went, if you took everyone, oh. And he goes, I could probably pull all of us, but I wouldn't be able to take the campsite, and the campsite might destabilize based on us teleporting. If we got away far enough away, like say a couple 100 meters, we could probably do it without worrying about the campsite like overloading. But I would be out, I think, for another day at least, if I were to do that.
Do we have any means of healing Gamble or buffing him?
Healing.
I still have 2 first aid kits.
I can move people up one on the damaged track, but I don't think he's actually.
Yeah, he doesn't look physically injured. He just
He's
looks
just
really fatigued,
tired.
right? Yeah, and it does seem to be like magically drained. Like him, like pulling down the campsite quickly, legging it for 3 days, and then chucking it back up has really burnt him out. And now you're asking him, can I just teleport a bunch of people somewhere? Because we know that's a lot of energy. He's like, I'd be done, and the campsite would still be here. Maybe it might blow up.
My idea was to.
Just move.
Right, 1 second. So what was that, Nori? Your idea was what?
My idea was just to open the door, cast teleport just outside the door. But if it's still affected within that range, then it makes no.
Yeah, like to do something big enough, like if he got away from the entrance a bit, like if he legged it and then teleported himself alone, it might be less impact than if he tried to pull all of you guys. The Dragon Glass Orb might still be too sensitive and like pull in the residual radiation. And again, you don't really want something that's creating a space that doesn't exist to blow up.
The other option then is to split the group. Sorry, Alexander, you were going to say?
Well, Lockhart wouldn't consider himself particularly smelly, but he can be noisy and particularly hold things' attention very well. He was asking who is the smelliest to distract in some way. Lockhart can distract well. It's just the next step of the plan he would want to find out in great detail.
Yeah. Yeah, well, if you offer that up as Lockhart to Gamble, like saying, well, I can very good at distracting people.
I'm not sure whether the King's best friend has a taste for elves, but I could quite easily go invisible, head in the opposite direction, lure it away for a mile or two while you guys head closer inland. I'm sure I'll be able to track you down after.
Gamble's like kind of shaking his head again. That's a very big risk you'd be taking on. What if you led it straight to some Rakishan scouts?
Then we'll have a nice meal.
Can I gamble like things Wiggles? Or make it like he doesn't say it, but you can tell what he's thinking. He's like, or it's a bad situation for all of you. Hmm. I think
you have a further consideration for something smelly.
Are you asking Gamble this?
Yes.
No, it's simply just potential distractions to lead it away, but it might also just go away on its own. It might, in fact, just be scouting away from its own territory, especially since that neither you nor Posey found any sign of tracks here before. I think maybe it's sensitive to the ambient magic that we've disrupted by being here.
Maybe it's still
attracted it.
searching for the Rakishin. It took whatever they took the other day.
Like his face goes up like he's not convinced by it, but then kind of like mulls it over like within that like half second and kind of potentially. I never even considered that they might be in tune with Namaj Neb's needs as much as, well, they've been quite tasty.
Yes, I suspect they probably are one of the most in tune with his needs.
Posey like walks up with the frying pan in her hand, kind of like flipping it like in her hand, like as if spinning with the handle. She kind of goes, "So."
You ready for battle?
And she kind of like smirks and goes, "Which one of you brave warriors is gonna go fight the king's best friend lizard for us? And is the plan that we all leg it? And if so, what?" She's basically just like, what is the actual plan? Like, she's not really sure what's going on.
The obvious answer is still me. Use my invisibility, fire an arrow at it, lure it away for a short distance, and back.
I think any approach is a gamble. Trying to distract it and then fleeing would be a gamble. Would be gambling the life of the person distracting it, and also our own lives in case it decides that we'd rather go after the bigger group.
Alu Ben
Trying to fight it would be a
gets your
gamble.
attention, by the way, when you're like mid ramble as well. So you can tell that she wants to have like a private conversation with you when you're finished speaking.
Trying to fight it would be a gamble. We certainly don't know if we'll win. I think we stand a decent chance, but yeah, but it's also a gamble in that we might be happened upon. Staying here is a gamble. It might go away, or we might be happened upon. I think staying here is likely our safest option, although it's one that doesn't make any progress and isn't guaranteed to move us forward. But maybe it goes away. Maybe some Rakishans show up. Maybe it decides it wants to fight them.
And then
Sorry.
that's okay.
There may be something to be said to wait here and let it fight any Rakishan pursuers, and then we can deal with whoever's left over.
Do you excuse yourself at any point to then go and have a chat with Alu?
Yes. If it seems like no one's actually...
Then they're mulling over their options, and like Posey's looking through a backpack, just pulling at random like survival crap, right? Nothing of like dramatic flair, just literally just stuff you'd have in a survival backpack.
Yeah, that seems like a good time for me to just kind of quietly step back and have a little inside conversation.
And Eliben says, there is another alternative option that we haven't considered. It has been some time since we have both bonded.
I knew you were going to say it.
I wouldn't have suggested if it wasn't something as intriguing as this opportunity.
My head already hurts at the thought.
I am aware, plus with the additional complication of the Abradak equation unspilling within your mind, I cannot guarantee that things would not be different this time. However, it is an option. I would be remiss if I did not make you aware. It would be dangerous though, but then any of you risking your lives would be just as dangerous. Maybe not quite just as dangerous.
I do wonder about that fellow. I just kind of like call it into the void. Kid, are you there? Are you listening?
Do you want to give me a intellect defense roll?
Oh, good. Oh, good. I am going to use 2 effort.
Okay.
And so. And that effort would have cost me 1, I think. Does 2 effort cost 5?
Yeah.
Yes, okay, so that costs 5.
Did you take close mind?
I did.
Yeah, and intellect defense rolls should also be eased, I believe, for you. Is that correct?
I am trained in intellect defense tasks.
So effectively,
yes,
that's
another.
Yeah, another pip. So that's effectively 14 plus 9. So that's
Yeah,
23.
so beats the difficulty 6, I suppose.
Beats the difficulty
Beats the
7.
difficulty 7.
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
So yeah, like you like reach out with your mind. Obviously, you say, "Kid, do you about?" And then there's nothing, like almost the equivalent of like crickets or the tumbleweed. And Delaben's like, "I don't believe that baiting it would be to our benefit right now. But
Indeed,
I do
these
feel it
things
on the
happen in
edge
their
of
own
my
time.
mind, though,
Mm.
which I do not like."
Yeah, it's there. I was hoping we could just talk like sensible people who were about to go fight a dinosaur.
She chuckles and she goes,
But
"The other option available to us is that I distract it on behalf of everyone else. I can operate some distance from you."
this is true. I don't like this idea.
Nor I, but it is available to you.
Indeed. No, where you go, I go.
Like, you can feel that kind of approval, you know. But, you know, I think it is worth noting that she was like willing to let you know what your options were as well. She led with the cooler, more volatile option, obviously, and then she's like, "Or I could also just go make noise and be visible and walk in the opposite direction," because she was like 300 feet or something, or meters or whatever it is that there is a decent range on her now.
Yeah, this is upgraded now.
Yeah.
I don't have the book open, and I didn't copy the upgraded thing in for. I really should have done that. I'm annoyed. Oh well.
Do you have a page reference number at all for any of it?
I just Control F.
I see.
Let me think.
No worries.
This won't take long.
It's probably worth knowing, right? Because it gives you guys that as an option. Even if you don't want to use it, it's still worth knowing what your options are, utilising her going forward. Having a kind of, apotheosis-bound spirit isn't terrible.
Keeps the magic ally. Improved object bond. Aluben can now manifest as a level 4 creature who gains a pulse attack that renders all artifact, machines, manifest ciphers, and lesser magic devices within short range inoperable for 1 minute. After Aluben uses this ability, she must retreat to the object to rest for 3 hours. Okay, so it does not improve her range. So what should her range be? Let's go back to that. She must remain in immediate distance from me.
I could have swore she was already upgraded to do more.
Yeah.
I was
Hang on.
fairly positive. We discussed that previously, unless we got ourselves confused.
The object bond. No, yeah. Object bond's the tier 2 one, okay. So she can move up to 300 feet.
Yeah. I knew it was something like that, so like good 90 meters or whatever. Yeah, it's pretty good. She only has to rest when you do your 10-hour recovery, basically, so it's basically until a full rest, really.
When I get tier 6, then... Okay. Yeah, tier 6 does not actually change her range either, so 300 feet's going to be the limit going forward.
Unless you mess with her in any kind of way.
Yes.
Tape some extra crystals to her crystal or something, you know. Okay. But that's another option available to the gang, is obviously Luben exists. Also. And she has like an EMP move. Which is also not to be sniffed at. So, what's the plan, gang?
Maybe we have a little bit of patience for an hour or two.
Yeah, I really feel like waiting up a bit and seeing what it does. Everybody happy with that, or has an alternative?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
Lockhart?
Ultimately, the plan when we were having this sort of rest was it that we would then take down the camp and continue on, or is this was going to be our camp for a bit?
This was going to be the campsite, and then you were going to head in for like, you know, the rest of the journey. This was my assumption anyway. Investigate further, and have this as your point of like retreat. Potentially using Ignysera's like tent. No.
So I do think, you know, we don't need to worry too much about like an hour or so, but even if it is just Nori or someone does lead it away, our plan was to go anyway.
Yeah.
And I have faith in Nori. It's fine for him to take all the danger that way.
If that's what you guys would just have to biff it for a little while. Make sure you don't make a gap.
We'll let Gamble have a it is morning. It's had quite a time.
So we're gonna wait an hour, and then let Nori leg it, screaming, "Follow me, please!" like the Pied Piper. Hoping he gets chased.
While invisible, you stealth in the woods and my cloak at the same time. If you can find me through all of that, then
this is when you just run off and the thing just doesn't follow because you're that invisible.
See, if it wasn't so, the trees weren't so tight, I was actually going to say Ignysera could just jump out the front door, fly a little bit, and then that would be easier. But
I was thinking I can only fly for a minute.
Yeah.
And the trees are probably too close together to do that.
I mean, you could definitely fly.
Fireballs.
Yeah.
Another option that is available to us, Alu and I were speaking, and we should be able to pull the same stunt that we did for that Falkwin. It may not have as dire consequences for my body as it did at the time. I've gotten a bit stronger since then. But it certainly could.
can just feel like Alabed nodding inside, like just making a yep.
Does Mr. Gamble and Posey know who Alabama is? Would they question that?
Well, I feel like Gamble and Posey both know because Alabama was on that entire trip with you guys through the caves with Posey, right? And I did ask like what are you hiding from Posey, and mostly it was, the day-to-day stuff was fine, right? Gamble probably knows because there's a magical artifact stuck to one of his students' wrists, and they probably wouldn't just allow that without some kind of insight into it. But other than it being a special project for a or like even like a family heirloom as well, it's not really his business, right? I mean, Gamble did have to put up with a devil coming on the trip with him, so the idea that somebody lives in the bracer. I mean, his daughter was a bee. Like, it's a weird world, right? Like weird stuff happens. The idea that he has, a hologram girlfriend and a bracelet isn't that weird, as far as Gamble's concerned. I mean, you haven't said anything about her trying to become a god, right? So, he might have more questions about that.
So it brings it down to two options. One, go to war. We always have a habit of doing. Two, we try and lure it away. Guys go one direction, up. Or we just sit here and hope it wanders off.
I think the plan was to sit
We
and
can
wait.
give it the hour first.
Yeah.
We're waiting the hour first.
Okay, so we're waiting the hour.
It wouldn't stop us talking things through.
Exactly, yeah, you can still plan out what your steps are after the hour and giving Gamble a bit more of a time to wake up or whatever. Maybe try and like have him bolster his energies if he does need to do anything like swift. Because he's not like useless, it's just whatever he's going to do is going to drain him more, which isn't great. But yeah, so was anyone not happy to wait the hour? I guess is the better question. Everybody happy? All good? Good.
From our time so far, has it seemed like Gamble isn't the most spry on his feet, or is he reasonably spry?
He just looks tired, like he's like someone that's pulled an all-nighter that is over the age of 30. Like he's just very tired.
I would aim that question back at Lockhart. Does Lockhart ever look spry in his feet?
He's not especially spry, that's true. What I was essentially going to ask is if he is trained in something, it doesn't matter, but if he's not trained, then perhaps I could share a time of when I was having to run for my life. And that might be a little bit easier for him the next time within the hour that he has to do something similar.
He is the one that did volunteer to come in this mission, so there must be some level of rough and tumble.
But it did seem when he got here, he found himself slightly out of his depth.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, like it was like, why did I agree to this? Why is my daughter here? Why is Sloth here? Can't Sloth do this on his own? Like, if he cared enough, but he's not here for that reason. Sloth isn't involved in the run. Yeah, it came because it was a new thing to do after like hundreds of years of being sat in a city. But yeah, so either way, he's waiting an hour, observing this thing sniffing around. It like settles down after like maybe 15 minutes of like sniffing around and turning on the spot a couple of times, like sniffing the air, and then it kind of just like lies down, and then after like 5 or 10 minutes more, so we're say 25-30 minutes into this hour, another one appears. When it gets back up and they seem to like sniff at each other, fairly familiar. Like there's no territorialness, they seem to be, familiar, I guess is the best word I covered it with.
It's a whole family.
There's two.
Isn't that nice? Oh yes, if you all can't see through your brain like I can, yeah, there are two of them now. That's nice.
Is the wall still
Yeah,
bit
no, the
more-
wall can still be transparent as well. Like you can have left it set so that you can look out and
Oh,
nothing
okay.
can look in as well. Yeah.
Right.
It was just because
Mm.
Gamble was asleep. You needed to use that earlier, but you can still have been using your like distance viewing to have got further, like a better view behind trees and stuff, because it wouldn't have stayed in the same spot. It might have moved a bit. But yeah, you can definitely get the heads up on the others too now.
Well,
Is there
waiting.
any hint? Sorry.
So can I just do an understand while waiting? Just essentially, we're watching, studying.
Mhm. Yeah.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm. What are we trying to understand?
Is it going to go away? um, or
Roll.
if I need to do something again on it, can I have an asset?
You could roll some kind of insight with an asset if you wanted from that. Trying to
I
gauge their
guess
behavior.
I guess what I actually want to know is it likely to have a nest nearby? Is the presence of this other one, are they a pair? Have they ranged far, or are actually we very close to one of their nests?
Mm. So yeah, I don't really know what you would get really from that, but I think insight's our best type of roll for that, right? You're trying to gauge their behavior, unless you've got some kind of magical know exactly how to translate their thoughts into coherent people thoughts. So you've got a lot of psychic powers, but do they let you translate animal thoughts? I guess
It's mostly people-based
Yeah.
powers.
yeah. Some of these powers are vague, so.
Is
Mhm.
there any
Yes.
signs that they are still any awareness that they have any awareness of us?
I mean, they've not been like sniffing at the entrance of the tent, but they haven't left the area, right? Like, you did pick a clearing though, so maybe they did the same. But also, if they're sensitive to magic, there's a lot of magic here. And you did make more. So yeah, and what's this for? Sorry, this is the insight roll, I take it?
Yeah.
Okay, what's our total?
2.
Again?
Right. No, I would probably lose the specialized. Insight is usually specialized, but when I'm looking at, it does say people. So,
Yeah, these aren't people,
well,
unfortunately.
but I think even I quite that. It's like social interaction. This seems very one-sided if it's a social interaction.
Yeah.
That doesn't say about people. It's just social interaction.
Yeah,
Whereas
no,
the
I
other
think
one-
it's fair. Like, I think if there was like an animal handling skill you had, we could factor that in better. But I knew you just didn't have that. But still, it's not a bad number from right.
Yeah, so that'd be 4.
Did it 26?
So yes.
I think so. I think 26. But yeah, like you sit and you watch them for a bit, and the impression you get is that something intrigues them about this area. They don't seem to be like this isn't their nest, but something seems to have drawn them here. Would be the behavior you're observing. Like effectively like they've been lured here by something that's attracted their attention.
So here's a mad idea. If these things have some sort of biological relevance to the Abrodak equation, they probably have some innate sense for magic. What if it's one of the many powerful magical artifacts that we have on our person, or even all of them? Alaben's
Please.
Bracer, the dragon glass orb.
The cloaks, the rings, the magical
Yeah.
tent, the bacon detecting earrings, or whatever they were, pork. Yeah.
These things may just not be going away.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it would be hard enough fighting one of them.
Mm.
On the other hand, if we like gambling, it may be that they don't care about anything completely non-magical. So, if someone was to just put on completely mundane clothing and stroll out, they may just completely ignore them. Who knows?
Not in a sacrificial lamb kind of way, but if you
dinner.
take off all of your good things and just walk out, the penitent man shall pass.
I don't recommend this.
What's the plan? Is it wait longer and see if we get a third, or if they
Get
go
more
away?
show up.
I think the odds of them getting bored and leaving are not likely to happen anytime soon.
I will also state that these seem to be a pair, based on the way they interact. They don't seem to be territorial with each other. It would likely seem unlikely there'd be a third, based on how,
Mated pair might have eggs.
potentially.
They've got a
back in
little
their
baby.
nest.
That part's
Take us to your
slightly.
nest.
The idea that they have a baby is questionable, that they would both leave it.
That's fair.
Which
You
could
could
mean
leave
it means it could be nearby.
Mm-hmm.
But we also don't need a baby, we just need the eggshells.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be able to do it because if they're like a pair, I was thinking if we made them fight each other by doing some more like throwing stuff at one of them and then making them forget.
Like Nori leans out the tent, is like,
then they'll be like,
"You hear what he
"Ow,
said about your
God."
mother?"
Yeah. Me. Must have been you.
Would
I
they
don't
both
think
fit
that'll
inside the bracer?
No, they're big.
Get shells in the cage in the island.
I don't know if Aluben wants these friends
No.
in her garage.
Also, I can't remember the exact space that's in the garage.
3 by 3 by 3 meters.
Yeah, these are bigger than that.
We might just have to try and leg it.
I mean, they might be 3 meters
quite
tall,
big.
but they're longer than 3 meters, right?
But they're going to be so much faster than us anyway, and they're going to be so much faster than free. Just say.
Yeah, but the trees and everything else will hide me.
I mean,
Trees are my
arguably,
friends.
yous are going to be more nimble given
Can
the
get through things.
trees
a
and
lot.
stuff, right? Like, just nobody do that horror movie tripping over a little loose vine thing.
Root.
Mm-hmm. And you still
I'm
have a
going
lot
to
of
climb
firepower.
the tree because that's the only way out.
Yep. Everybody run upstairs in the horror movie house.
Yes.
Grab the hockey stick. So what's the thoughts?
I think we've just got to give it more time.
Oh. I don't know. I don't see them leaving. I think they've been drawn to this location probably by us.
We need some way to draw them away, and I think it's gonna have to be one of us.
I think
Okay.
Gamble, after being
That's
very
it.
tired, so Gamble gets up and kind of like shuffles over to the group after like trying to power nap his way through this hour. Since you've all been talking, I was like, oh, there's another one, is there? Yeah, I overheard you discussing the attraction. A dragon glass orb might be what's drawing them, so unless you have something putting out more power than that, you might be able to lead them away.
If you take the orb,
No, it
I
means
think-
something else that's as much of a draw, right?
I think I know
Sorry,
what that could be. I think it's time for Alu and I to be our diversion.
Or like, you hear Alubed in your head just saying, is the plan diversion or destruction?
If we can just win and then all leg it together, that would probably be best. Do you think we can win? I mean, this thing can't be that much worse than a Falkwin, right?
1, I was more confident with. 2, almost feels cruel.
Well,
And you can tell the way she said that is her way of hiding she's not as confident taking on 2. But, you know, separating a mated pair seems cruel. So it's like,
Does anybody have any way of slowing them down? Some way of keeping them in that location? Or we
I can stop. I can stop one of them.
Posey says, I could stop the other, but it might break out of the bonds quickly. We'd have to run fast. How are you stopping yours?
By being quite distracting. It would be looking at me unable to move as long as no one else interferes it, but I would also be unable.
So what you're really saying is you're just playing roulette between who's sacrificing themselves, really. Posey shakes her head and goes, I can't pin both of them. I can bind one. I can't bind both. I might not even be able to bind one. These things are big.
Lockheart has just had a good think about how some of his things work. Are they still within short range?
Let's say one of them is, yeah. Another one's near it, so yeah. Why not?
Then can Lockhart just try reading his mind?
Sure. This might be easier to do it outside the tent, though. Because you'd be pushing through the magic barrier that Falkwin had to.
But then you'd be outside the tent.
Yeah, I feel Lockhart's not going out the tent without someone else.
Do you want to use my cloak? Or could I wrap him in the cloak with me?
Don't know. It seems fiffy. Because you know what would happen.
Okay, well.
You'd give him the cloak, and then it'd be the
He'd
first
roll a
time you
zero.
roll. Rolls the 1, and then yep, done.
The one.
Whereas
Okay, no, that was just if it was a safe thing to do, Lockhart wanted to try, but...
Again, you could try from inside the, pocket dimension. I just wouldn't. It...
More.
It would take more effort
magic
on your
we do in
part.
here, the more it affects.
Yeah, also that, right? You might draw them back to the entranceway, but it'd be easier to do outside is all I'm saying. But you could definitely attempt to read it.
Need to remember for next time that this does work on creatures.
Yeah. So I had said earlier, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of fear powers that probably do just work on things, because I remember you stunning the, or distracting the cave crawler.
Yes, so that is what I was thinking about, so that I can hold it.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be able to understand me.
No, but then you can't
most of
move.
the other ones do. And I can't move.
Yeah, so it's the plan just a giant elastic band around your waist, or, hoping to pull you back at the last minute.
Yeah, Nori goes and just stabs his eyes out or something.
I think as a group, your safest option is Alubed as a distraction at 300 feet. Since she can manifest and demanifest at will.
Yeah.
But that's just to see if they'll be drawn to her, I guess. And she's got a lot of magical output she can do, so they might take interest in her and then use all Legate. But when she dissipates, the next beacon will be you guys, right?
Or at least we'll be 90 meters away, 100 meters away.
Yeah. Exactly. So it's probably your
Well-
safest option, but is it the most fun option?
The most fun option is for me to go adventuring. Might also lose my arse in the meantime.
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Falkwin's also got this like irrational emotional response to
Mm.
this idea, because even though Aluben's effectively immortal and will just return to the bracer to recover if she gets hurt, he doesn't want her to get hurt.
True. And we know the king's best friend lizards are magically jank, so it's not necessary that she'd survive every encounter she goes up against, generally. Right? Like her spirit form will have limits. What they are is
Or we
quite
go fully,
questionable.
or it's just a full guns blazing and we try and take them out.
Mm.
And by we,
Well, to be fair though, if you were going guns blazing, you can remove one from the fight. If everybody stays put and doesn't leg it, confusing the plans, leaving you to be munched by one of them.
by the other one.
Yeah, exactly. So, you could try that. It means you're only, like, Lockheart would be locking up one of them, the rest would be fighting the other one, and then effectively fighting the last one. So, arguably Posey could attempt to restrain the one you's fight as well. So I guess fight or flight. What is the plan?
I think it's one of those ones, as Alaben suggested, it would be a shame to kill them.
Mm-hmm.
So even if we get them injured enough that they could force them to stop chasing us. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's
like
fight
we're in their
or-
territory. I feel like a bit bad if we
Mm.
just went in.
Yeah, and as much as Ellie
That's
wants to
like
study
Rambo.
one, she's like, I don't want to kill them either, but it's us or them as far as she's concerned.
Yeah.
And what was that about Gimbal? Lockhart?
I said that's why we would kill them both.
Ah,
And
exactly.
it's fine because they don't not want to live like that.
Mhm, they can rejoin the cycle together.
In that case, I'm just going to draw my bow. We're heading that way anyway.
Okay.
Here I go, killing again!
Well,
Her
if
back
Nori
is
tried,
against the wall.
if Nori tried to distract them and lead them away, and that doesn't work, then yeah, that does lead us then into a confrontation.
Not if you'd have legged it the other direction, assuming he's been successful.
Just means that
Yeah,
Nori will
then
get.
it's successful. We bypassed that problem.
Just Chris makes his new character for next week, yeah.
I have full faith in Nori.
But you want to
It's
go
been
with him?
coming several weeks in a row, so maybe it's that time.
I mean, to be fair though, Chris, like, again, how you handled that rakish and, like, assassins, you know, nothing to be sniffed at.
I survived well.
Mm-hmm. I know that you
So
said
I'm
that to
starting
the
to limber
universe.
up. Yeah, exactly. Who rolls another one?
Okay, this went from distraction to murder very quickly. So is that the plan? Yeah? Like, guns blazing?
Yeah.
Is it?
I think,
I think it's the most.
in the Sundance Kids.
Yeah.
I think it's the most surefire way.
Yeah.
Either we all die in glory or we all survive. I don't like.
I like the idea
Make
that
it
Hannah
be a
turns up
decoy.
next week and is like, why is everyone
So
dead?
what have you done?
Posey's just there with a bunch of body bags, like, I can't explain it. 1 minute we were going to run, the next minute it was all guns blazing at the Alamo.
Is the area that we're in somewhere that Gamble does know?
Oh, you mean to teleport
Like-
back?
No. I mean that the next area that we try and run through is that somewhere, like, as you say, somewhere that the King's Best Friends won't be able to easily follow us through the foliage or anything like that.
No. Whether or not they follow you into Nemajneb's territory once you leave the friend zone, though, is a different story. They might not willingly follow you.
But we then have to contend with Nemajneb. But
Yeah, it's a different problem.
yeah.
6 weeks problem if we get that far.
I didn't mention that Arc 5 was new characters, yeah.
Yeah.
They gotta be with those guys. Yeesh. So,
obviously, my vote would be to put Nori in slight danger. I honestly think Nori can handle it to lead them away while we try and get a head start. But
well, that's one vote for evade, then, right? Nori, evade or fight?
Evade initially. If that fails, then fight.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd go for that. But I would rather not fight them. Don't want to.
I vote
Can
fight
help it.
because
I've already
we
cast
try-
Fireball.
because if we try to evade and then that doesn't work and then we get dragged into a fight, then at that point we should just have gone into a fight but have been prepared in the first place.
And Nori's at one
we
side.
lose
of
the
you.
element. Yeah, we
My
lose the
problem
element of
with that-
surprise.
And my only
But we
problem with
can
that
avoid.
is that we are drawing so much magic to this place that if that is a concern, I would rather have the battle away from here.
Hmm.
I don't know if that's specific to here. I feel that the problem is just where we are, magic is.
Okay?
So from that point of view, maybe we should just deal with this quickly and then run like rabbits.
My bow's ready, whichever way it goes. I'm going to open up the tent. I'm going to fire an arrow to get their attention. I'm then going to go invisible and I'm going to go east. While yous all go west. That doesn't work, then you guys come out of the tent in a minute. All guns blazing. I won't be too far away if it doesn't work. I'll know if they're chasing me or not. Sure, Viktor will tell us.
It's probably worth me telling you, yeah.
Yeah.
So the downside of that plan being if it does fail, you're cut off from the party. You're on your own, basically at that side of the fight, right? With 2 T-Rexes in between you.
But if there's anyone that can manage that, sorry.
As long as I don't fire again and stay invisible.
Yep.
I'll get back to it.
Your magical cloak will definitely keep you invisible.
Or my own skills.
Do we have anything magical that we could potentially get rid of to like use it them to draw away? If you ran out and you like dropped something on the way and then like kept going.
I mean,
Not
Aluben's
something that
EMP blast would draw attention.
yeah, just something that we don't want to or anything.
But you would lose Aluben for 3 hours.
Yeah.
But it would distract them 90 meters away. But then you don't have her to go Super Saiyan with, right? But again, if you are quiet enough at leaving, they might not pursue you at all, if they're still investigating the EMP blast.
And the residual energy of the engines.
Yeah, because that has to stay put regardless unless you break it.
exactly.
Yeah.
And would the EMP blast affect the...
If it was done 90 meters away, probably not. But that is another risk you have to take on board. It doesn't seem like it would be the same as trying to teleport as many of you as there currently are near the sphere, right? The orb. We know teleporting is a lot of residual radiation. So, That's also an option that saves Nori having to like take on all the risk. We know Alabama.
And if we're then sort of booking it away, potentially the next 3 hours, not doing a lot with Alabama.
Yeah, exactly. It's just use lagging it basically, right? For the rest of the day, probably trying to get another day ahead, and assuming they don't follow your scent or anything, so probably okay. And we can have Nori do some rolls to try and cover your tracks or whatever. And Posey also is quite good in the bush, right? Like, so she can probably help with like covering up your trace.
Yeah, but would use her to lead them away safely if she's like.
I mean, Posey wasn't volunteering to put herself at risk at all. Like,
No.
Posey just said when everybody was going to fight,
Well-
she's like, I can maybe bind one of them, maybe. But she didn't offer that when there was just one. When everybody was putting their life on the line, she's like, then yes, I can definitely help. Yep. Posey's a survivor, we know this.
Going round in circles again, let's just make a decision here.
Yeah, what
Keep
is
getting
it?
ourselves
What is
going.
your decision then,
Decision.
Chris?
Yeah.
What is it? Yeah, Chris, go for it.
My decision is open the door, fire an arrow, close the door, put my cloak up and run. That's
Rather
Let's
than
do
the
it.
Alabama EMP.
Falkwin doesn't want to be separated that far, so I won't force that issue.
If push
No,
comes
no, no,
to
no,
shove,
I'm not. No.
there's also Super Saiyan and
Mm.
fight
Mhm.
as an option.
Exactly. I would rather have used two at full strength
Mm.
if this doesn't work.
This
They come
sounds
for me.
like you're going to have Nori run in a direction. I think this is what Nori seems eager to run in the other direction. So you're going to run towards the coast. Everyone else is going to run towards the center of the island, and
Not far.
yeah, I get
Just
that.
enough that I can circle back round again and come back.
Also, you're probably the best person to track the rest of them anyway. So
Right.
if you did get lost, and you do have your communication ring, so
Yes.
you do have ways of trying to track each other down.
I'm talking about half an hour into the trees while you go half an hour in the other direction, and then I'll start circling my way back.
Okay, so
Lockhart might sort of say to Nora that this does remind him of the time where Lockhart was being the distraction in the caves, trying to hold their attention, in the hopes that perhaps that might give Nori some assistance when he is trying to be the distraction.
I see. Okay. I think while you're doing that,
I will
Posey's
accept that.
Posey is packing up as much of the campus you can reasonably carry that isn't going to wear down too much. Same with Gamble's like, it's not a great plan, but we should really try and get as close to the Majneb's territory as we can. This is already taking up a lot of time, and I'm not in the condition I would like to be in. It's just taking a lot more out of me than I would have thought. But I can jog, I suppose. Doesn't look that happy about it, but yeah. And like, Posey gives him like a weird look, like a and then maybe moves more stuff out of his pack and into hers. And then yeah. So Nori, tell me the sequence of events. Your plan is to lean out, hit them with an arrow, and then come back in?
No.
Okay.
Once I'm out, I'm out.
Okay.
I will lift my cloak up and I will head into the woods using my stealth skills and my navigation, tracking skills to then avoid them while I'm in the tree.
Okay. So, roll to shoot one of these then. Everyone else
I'm not
get
using
ready to
any
leg it.
effort on the shot. Yeah, well, they've still got a couple of seconds after I let the door shut behind me too.
They just shut the door behind you and then just stay.
Yeah.
Just see how you do. Just bye. They don't even bother running. And what's our total?
Total 6, so
Just 9.
21?
Mm,
Oh, sorry, 9.
it's
yeah,
a 9,
9.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I'm not even bothered about damage. So.
No, that's fine. You miss. It's like it. You can hit the tree next to them, or you can plink off its backside. But either way, no attention was garnered.
None at all?
No.
Are they paying any attention to me? Have they spotted me, seen me?
Nope.
I haven't done anything else but fire yet.
You fired. Nothing has happened.
You probably head a bit further away from the door as well.
That's exactly what I was about to say. So, again, if they've not done anything...
Put it this way, you didn't hit their target number.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
I don't mind that at the moment. So, again, I'll move away then, maybe, I don't know, behind a tree that I can still see them.
Are you doing
And I'll
this
fire
stealthily
again.
or just just walking there?
I'm trying to get their attention, I'm just walking.
Yeah, cool.
Until I get their attention and think that they've got him after me, that's fine.
Okay,
So
cool.
I'll just, as an elf, just plod into the trees.
Mhm.
I will fire again.
I like the as an elf just makes me think you're like prancing.
Yes.
Is that the same roll?
It's the exact same roll.
My god. So yeah. What's happening, Nori?
My bow's supposed to be the good thing. My
Yeah.
bow and my wrist daggers.
I think what it is
thing.
you've not got the balance for this bow now that it's got blades at the top and bottom of it. That must be what it is. It's the only explanation, right?
Yeah. I haven't shot it since Alabin fixed it up for me.
But yeah, this like second arrow that flies by and hits another tree, like, one of the T-Rexes like looks up and starts like sniffing near the tree where it hits, but doesn't seem to be aware that that's a problem because the noise came from the tree, right? So like they're kind of looking around, but not really in your direction. Imagine failing to get two T-Rexes like.
Going.
Should we just go? Like if they aren't noticing anything, we just walk by.
Why don't you
Third
try
shot,
that?
shall we?
So is your cloak's not on yet? You're waiting to put that on once you're finished
No.
attracting them. Yeah. Yep. Cool.
Once I've got their attention.
Mhm. Okay.
Because
Third
if
shot?
I fire when I'm cloaked,
Yeah.
then my invisibility disappears. So.
And also, you being invisible means it's less likely they're going to find you, right?
Correct. At the moment.
Mm-hmm. You okay there, Alexander? Being haunted?
If I use effort here, what does that get to take off of me?
Effort reduces the difficulty, as it were, or technically adds 3 to the roll.
But what? Yes, but I take points off of.
Oh, 3 points for the first level, and it's whatever you use for your bow, which I think is speed. Mostly because it says speed on it. I believe that's what you've been using for your bow. For like aiming.
Use speed edge.
Yeah, so my speed edge is 2. If I use effort against it, I lose 1.
Yeah. Yep. Always think about edge as discount at the end of the journey. Like add up everything and then see what does your edge take back off of it for you, which is good. Okay, what's our total now?
12. No?
Because you're trained and use 1 effort. So, I think 15?
15.
Okay. You land a hit. One of them turns around and looks at you. and then roars. A very fucking loud roar, which then causes the one next to it to likewise roar. So there's two massive roars that reverberate through the trees. Lots of like birds and stuff dislodge. Clearly things that were in the brush skating away as well. And then they charge you. I need you to roll initiative.
Are we all rolling initiative, or are the rest of us too safe at the moment?
As soon as you are leaving that tent, you will be rolling initiative. So you tell me if you want to
Yeah.
do that or not, right? Let me bring up the turn order, I guess. Where does that live now? It's here. I'll rearrange this so that it can be.
Need this to be high. Oh, bollocks.
Let me just.
Dead!
Nori!
You don't have any initiative skill things?
No.
Nori, what's
No.
happened? Like, your rolls
My
have
time
been.
here's up.
Your,
Terrible
who
tonight.
have you angered? Like, honestly. This is the worst I've seen you roll. Ever.
No.
I can't make them both forget you.
Can I check? Would Falkwin be aware if these lizards are known for being able to understand speech?
Nothing you've read so far in the campaign has led you to believe they understand speech.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, if they can, that unlocks a lot of things.
Yeah. I just got a very, very fun new one that I've been waiting to uncork, but the time is not now, apparently.
No, not quite yet. Did anybody else roll initiative? No. Everybody else waiting.
No, there's
I guess we're just leaving Nori to die.
Okay, let me move.
What is the plan here? Are we trusting Nori? Are we all just going to leg it in the other direction?
If I manage to get away from this first attack, then leg it. Because I'm disengaging and I'm using stealth and I'm getting into the trees.
Mm-hmm.
If I look like I'm getting damaged, which may be possible here, then it's up to you guys whether you attack from behind or you leave me to my fate. You will have to decide that. Roll a 1. Come on, King of Best Friends. Ones. Come on. Ones.
Oh no, they're
Trip
above.
over.
They're above you in the item order. I've just not put their numbers in yet. But they are going far. They are fast. Like, they seem to have like roared themselves into a frenzy, and they seem to both be charging you. So yeah.
Can you use a speed edge on initiative rolls?
You can use any edge. You mean effort or edge on any task?
Yes, effort. That's what I mean.
Yep. You can.
Obviously, it's happened, but just like Nori, obviously, that would have only cost you 1 to then just have a +3.
You
Also,
can also spend XP to re-roll that, right?
you can. The only thing that would potentially help it is by spending XP to reroll it. But you'd also hope that your reroll, without any modifications, could do better, right?
It's hard to not do better than a 2.
Ones are still available.
This is true.
And plus, we don't know whether they've rolled a 3 and a 4 or a 19 and a 20. So, is it worth the experience?
So,
yeah, no, I wouldn't say it's worth that. But just in the future, one speed isn't that much for just a +3.
That's also assuming that their scale is 1 to 20.
Exactly. So anyway, Nori, I need you to make the first speed defense roll. as this thing is way faster than you gave it credit for.
Ah, shit.
What's her total?
Dead.
Okay.
12.
12. Okay. What's your armor value?
3.
You have 3 armor, yeah? Is that including the necklace? Yeah.
I'm
assuming is it-
Yes, including the necklace and including my resilience.
Okay, so here's my other question. You've done speed defense, you've put 1 effort in there. Are you wearing armor? Like regular? Like
I've got light armor.
you've got light armor, so that effort should have cost you more. Because light armor comes with a penalty unless you're practiced with armor. So spending
Yes, I am.
effort for speed. So, do you have a thing called practiced with armor as a skill you've taken?
No, I have. Yes, but well, I have a note here saying light,
Yeah, so
medium.
okay, so light armor comes with a penalty where you add 1 to the cost of all your effort when you're using speed effort, generally. If it was medium armor or heavy armor, it'd be 2 points, then 3 points is the extra you pay. It's the penalty for wearing armor.
Okay.
Unless you've got training. So for example, Myr'ra wears medium armor, but she has practiced in armor, so she only takes 1 point penalty when doing stuff with speed effort. And that's for all speed effort, by the way. Armor hinders a lot.
No.
So anytime you've spent
armor for resilience.
anytime you spend effort on speed, by the way, you should be adding that point cost on. And it's per level of effort, by the way, as well. Like it is quite heavy duty. You have ways of mitigating that with the other option when you're leveling up as well. You can get rid of armor penalties that way. I'm pretty sure when we were building Ignysera, we got rid of all the penalties from the heavy
Yeah.
armor. So
Yeah, I get no penalties from armor now.
yeah, which is pretty good.
Mm.
Yeah, because I think you took practice with armor and then we got rid of it with 2 of your upgrades, just so you know. But yeah, keep in mind you've got your artifact necklace as well.
Mm-hmm.
You're taking. I'm not dealing with your armor. I'm going to let players deal with their armor. I'm always going to say the standard damage, and then people can decide how that gets affected based on your own armor scores, because I know people have a lot of jank going on. You're taking 10 damage. So.
Oh, my golden bloom amulet. It assists with a defense roll of a physical type at +2 armor buff.
Okay.
D12 depletion roll.
Okay.
So I should do a depletion roll on that as well.
If you want the +2 armor from the gold bloom necklace, then yeah. Yeah.
I think I do.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck.
Oh no.
And now the end is near. Nori?
God.
Like, Chris, what god did you anger?
Done.
Have you made a deal with Roll20 because you want a new character? Is that what it is? Have you watched some new fantasy program and you're like, oh, I want to play a new dude?
Yeah. Haven't rolled above 10 all night.
Wow! This is uncanny. Okay, so you've
However,
got...
it worked.
Yeah, it does work. So you've got 5 armor total this attack, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. My god. So you only take 5 damage.
Okay. That was only the first one.
Yeah. So... You're now in its mouth. Held.
In its mouth.
Yeah. It ran... Yeah.
Okay. That
Yep.
wasn't just a
So
call
as
or
this...
something.
No, this... Well, it's got tiny little arms. It's not got... Its head's getting to you first. So it's ran at you, it snapped its ferocious jaws at you. This thing had very fast legs. As it's obviously bit down, like your kind of like magic amulet, that kind of like burst of gold light. You hear like almost like a glass shattering noise as the teeth still sink in through the golden light, and you can like see the resistance as the kind of almost petal-shaped glass appears in front of you. It's probably the first. I think it's the first time we've seen your amulet kick off, isn't it? As well. I don't think it's been used since. Typical shoddy Alu Ben craftsmanship, only good for one use. But yeah, yeah. And then the other one obviously has charged over, but is gonna have a munch at you too. I need you to make a hindered speed defense roll. Hindered because you're in the mouth of one. Hindered just means it's one level more difficult. So
yeah.
Don't worry
Before
about
we do that,
yeah.
can I use this?
If it had been your turn, yes. Because it needs to be done on your turn as an action. Right? Because I'm sure we've discussed this at length. It's an action, so you need to do it to prep for someone's turn.
Okay.
Because we discussed things like counter spell, or countermeasure as it's called, which is very clearly worded that you can interrupt people's other goes. And this did not have that wording. So yeah.
But we're after a
speed
roll this time?
It's a speed defense roll as well, and if you're spending effort, just remember that each effort costs 1 extra point. Because of your armor. We don't do combat enough to remember things like armor, speed, penalty costs, etc. Okay. And so this is hindered one, so we'll ignore one of those efforts, right? Because it's hindered, so that will cancel out. So that's what, 21? 22?
22.
22, yeah. Yeah. However you manage to pivot, you manage to avoid this thing snapping at the side. I don't know if you're wriggling or kicking or whatever from inside the maw of this first king's best friend, but you manage to, this thing snaps right near your head, barely missing you. What's everyone else doing out of interest? Are we joining the initiative order, or are we're leaving Nori to it? Because
I think we might have to.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to be joining in here.
So, yeah.
Falkwin
I'm
is...
not finished yet. I'm not finished yet. Here. This is me you're talking about. This is going to depend on a lot.
Can I say, by the way, guys, if you all hide in a tent and Nori kills 2 fucking T-Rexes, like... That's bragging rights that, and then, Lockhart mind wipes Nori to avoid the trauma. And it's like, you can't even, none of us can stand the shame of hiding. So,
right.
Nori's on a 2 in initiative. But if you guys join in, you can then potentially take up the spots between Nori and them.
Yes, of course I'm going to be joining in here.
Okay.
Could we Could we delay our
Nope.
turn and let Nori go?
Potentially,
after
but you also could just roll worse than Nori, all of you.
Yeah.
So
Just roll one.
I mean, personally, I would rather let the lizards attack Nori one last time and then jump in exactly at that time.
Right. Before we do this.
We'll see what happens.
Okay. I got 14.
No, don't do any initiative rolls yet, because that means you're out. No, don't do that yet.
Oh, why?
Right. First of all,
Talk me through
you're
it.
inside a dinosaur's
Chris.
mouth, sir.
Yeah.
Falkwin is running through rescue.
I won't be
This
in
is not the
about
plan.
5.5 seconds. I will be out of the dinosaur's mouth. I do not fear this. Okay? What I do fear is what happens once I get out of the mouth. If I use my action to get out of the mouth, can I go invisible and run? Or is that my shot finished?
I think if you're...
2 actions.
It does sound like 2 actions, yeah. Unfortunately.
And that's a different thing.
Yes. The effort and the determination is admirable, but I believe we need to now come to your rescue.
Also, would Falkwin know what's going through your head? Right, like, so if Falkwin would step...
So it's entirely up to themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Again, though, bragging rights wise, if you took out 2 T-Rexes, I would be amazed. Because arguably your karma's built up enough goodwill with the dice gods. All those bad rolls must swing around at some point, right? So... Right, well, we've got...
Your choice now.
Falkwin's got a 14,
Your
we know
choice.
that.
So he stepped out of the tent then.
Is initiative just speed? Is it always speed?
It's a speed test, yeah, but you obviously can adjust it just the same as any other roll.
That's fine now, because if it was something else, I would have.
Do you have any warrior abilities that adjust it in any way? No.
I have an initiative button at the top of my screen, that's why.
Yeah.
That's one
Yeah, I know. I was
just
thinking whether I could
those
use
skills.
like a different edge.
Nah,
but
it's
I don't
always
have any
speed, yeah.
edges.
Yeah.
Is it this fine?
At least though your armor doesn't penalise you though. Which is good. Okay, these are pretty good rolls. Yeah. I like this. So we got a 19 for Ignysera. You got any particular preference as to what the minor effect could be, Ignysera?
Don't know.
I think we'll keep the other two just slightly narratively excluded for now, as you all bravely run out to help. I'll just put in their numbers just now so you've got them.
Could a minor effect by you inspiring Posey and Gamble to join in the fight?
Well, they will need time to realise what the fuck is happening. Because have all like blitzed it because they were planning on like legging it with full packs on. So, yeah, we'll see how this next round
We
goes.
could still do that. We could still let them run.
But it is Ignysera's go.
Okay. Okay. Right. I'll do my shroud because it's an enabler. So, what do I do? I try and grab and pull Nori out the mouth.
Please don't. Hit it hard.
Just hit it. Just give it a smack.
It's not a fireball that can.
King's best friend
do
1
any damage.
is the one that Nori's in, just for people's tracking, right?
Right, I could try and if I like hit the one that's got you in the mouth on the legs or something, so it kind of roars out and drops you, and then you won't have to use your
That would be
action.
Perfect. Yes.
Yeah, I'll try and like whack it in the legs, and maybe the minor effect. No, but that's a minor effect was on the initiative. So,
The minor effect can be that you've managed to like get closer to it on your turn, though, right? Because you are still a little bit like Nori did specifically move away.
Yeah, I managed to get a bit
So yeah,
close
your
to
minor
it,
effect
so
can be
I
that you've got yourself in a position that you can run up to it and smack it. Yeah.
Yeah.
While your fire comes all around you, flickers
I'll
past.
do that. I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and hit it then.
Okay.
Gonna whack it with my weapon.
That's the one holding Nori. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I wanted to try and like yell out in pain or something to.
Let's hope
To
it doesn't
drop.
clench.
That's what I'm hoping.
What was our total? Is that 11?
Yeah.
Nope. No purchase on your swing for whatever reason. I think it's maybe just the fact that you're contending with 2 giant lizards. So as you go to like move into swing, the movements of the other one, just generally with it pivoting round, you have to break off, I guess. unfortunately. Lockhart.
Yeah, I'm going to try enthrall the one that is not currently using Nori.
And how close do you need to be for this one?
It doesn't actually. Does it say?
I don't know.
It doesn't actually seem to say.
No, I think you need to be relatively close, though. Relatively.
To me, that reads as though as long as it can hear you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How loud can Lockhart shout?
I mean, I can do very similar ones to people that can understand me from long range, but
yeah,
this one just doesn't.
I just have to. I just mean keep in mind that Nori had to move for 3 different shots away from the door, and then these things charged at him. So you want to be a good bit closer.
Will I be able to move that?
Yeah, no, you can give it a go. It's just you narratively will be moving closer to them.
Yeah.
Are you going for
Yep.
Lizard 1 or 2?
Now I'm thinking Lizard 2 just because the one that's not got Nori, because obviously the effect ends if anything attacks the creature, and I assume Nori trying to break free will probably count as.
Plus Nori just like slides down the gullet. Like, this is the way to go.
Yeah.
If you roll to do that, Nori, you might roll really badly and it'll cough you out. Play against the dice gods. So yeah, you can give this a go.
You know what, Nori? I can give you elemental protection, which gives you plus 5 armor against a particular kind of elemental damage. So, if you deliberately slide down its throat, I can give you protection against acid.
Yeah, fight your way out from the inside.
Yeah.
Like Drax.
Is that the way we do it? Yeah. I won!
Yeah.
Inside!
I mean, these rolls have been like Drax's roll. Yeah. Oof. So, Lockhart, you gonna give me a roll to try and get this thing's attention?
Oh. Oh, they're not with us today.
Guys, are we fed up? Is that what it is? Are we fed up? Is that it? Are we just done with the game? Are we just throwing in the towel?
We'll move on.
Like roll 20s, like fuck 'em. Like Hannah, we tried. Honestly, we really tried. Everyone just exploded. Wow.
The best thing about this is, like, this does beat a difficulty 5 because of some modifiers.
So,
But
Lockhart,
alas.
are we keeping this roll or?
I mean, that's. I mean, does it still count as a successive butt intrusion?
No, it's a failure.
Well, yeah, no, I'll keep it.
Yep, cool. I will just take a moment to remind everyone, not encourage, but remind everyone that XP from anybody's character sheet can be used to reroll any roll. Just so you know. Just in case you were hoping to save your XP, Lockhart. But yes, if you're keeping that, we'll keep it. Oh, will we get the intrusion cards? Let's see.
It's going so well tonight.
Dear gods, like, let me see what we've got on the old intrusion deck.
When Hannah comes back, she's like, what has happened?
Honestly, like,
Where's Myr'ra when we need her?
I know, right? Like, I still feel though that there is a chance where you could still tell Hannah that Nori killed 2 T-Rexes on his own. Like, that can still happen currently. Let's see. Alright, let's pick 3 of these and we'll see what the situations are. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, I'll read out the three, right, and then you can maybe guess the one I'm more inclined to. And these are all combat specific suggestions, because remember there was combat, interaction, or miscellaneous options. So, combat intrusion. The foe is impressed by the character's skill and offers them the opportunity to join the foe's side, granting mercy to the other characters may be part of the offer. Seems unlikely.
I'll join the T-Rex. You need a lawyer.
Need legal aid?
Badly represented.
The foe summons all their strength, precision, or mental acuity, inflicting an additional 6 points of damage with their attack. Likely. Or my personal favourite, the character's throat is injured, preventing them from speaking for several minutes. So, I think
It's got to be that.
it has to be the speaking for several minutes, because that's just the most anti-Lockhart option ever.
Swallow a fly while trying to
And it's probably better than something doing 16 damage on its turn. So, yeah, I think Lockhart, yeah, something's up with your throat, my friend. Some magic caught in it as you try and enthrall this thing. See, these cards do okay. It was alright, it was relatively on point. Two of them were usable. Okay, so Lockhart, you're choking a bit on your words. Again, though, this could be proximity to the orb, right? We don't know. We don't know. Falkwin?
I was going between different options, but I think faced with such an absolutely just sheer
Clusterfucks of Alan's
train
Tower,
wreck,
yeah.
clusterfuck,
Omni shambles.
Aluben, would you like to dance?
I thought you would never ask. Yeah, I'm assuming you would like to try and amp up your damage.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm assuming you want to go reckless rather than your actual wish.
Yeah, so how is this mechanically working? Is that a thing that I can do now? Just kind of narratively say, take the wheel, Jesus?
Yeah, it's pretty much you letting her have like full control, right? Letting her energies be where your energies should be, which is the dangerous part, right? But yeah, do you want to roll an attack roll with your intellect against either target as you're kind of glowing from every aspect of yourself? You're a very, very shiny beacon.
So 3 effort costs 7, I think?
I think so.
So minus 4 is 3. So that should be an 8.
Sorry, was that your attack roll? Sorry, so that's
Yes.
15 plus 9,
Mhm.
which is 22.
24, which
23?
beats 8.
Yeah, cool. Oh, beats a difficulty. Sorry, I just thought you said 8. I'm like, that's not math.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beats difficulty 8.
Yeah, so you lash out with, is it what attack are you using? What's your magic of choice? Is it Wither again?
Yeah. Yeah, it would be. Yes.
Yeah. So how much intellect are you putting in? Because I'll let you put the intellect in as a point of damage.
Aha. So I spent well, so I spent 3 effort on the attack roll. So is this on top of that?
Yeah, this is all part of the same action.
So I just get to kind of spend stats.
You're
via
just spending
Aluben.
intellect
Okay.
1-to-1 for damage.
Okay. Seeing I've got quick wits, I can also spend speed for this, right?
Sure.
So I'm going to spend a total of 13 to bring both down to 10.
Okay, cool. And this is against Lizard 1 or 2?
Who's carrying Nori?
1.
1. It'll be 1.
Okay, and you'll do 13 damage.
13. So is that 13 plus the 3 for weather?
Yeah, it will be. Yep. Okay, and as you obviously reach out as you're kind of glowing gold, the attack obviously burns through quite a bit of you, as you're kind of used to, and this thing seems to take, being almost the kind of the side of its kind of feathery scales from that image that I shared, seem to almost burn away, but it is only you've grazed the side of this thing.
Woof.
Yeah, it looks injured, but it doesn't look like it's bloodied.
We might be in trouble here.
Yeah. However, it does roar in pain and drops Nori. And
I can hide
that's where
again.
we'll give Nori your go, and then we're going to end the session after Nori's go, because I think it's a bit cruel to not give Nori a go. Dramatically, it suits that we end here, but I feel like you need to have a go.
We want Myr'ra back next week. So, because obviously I've dropped down, as I'm dropping down, I'm going to swing my bow using the bladed side of it for the first time.
Mm-hmm. Swinging up to its neck or something, since you're just beneath it. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have a bonus.
Well, normally it's just a straight roll because it would normally be hindered, but you've trained yourself in using this now, so it's balanced itself out, which is good.
I'm going to use every effort that I've got. 3 on this one.
I mean, on the plus side, Falkwin, you haven't passed out.
This is definite improvement.
Yeah.
I feel like I didn't get to channel as much power as before, but I do still have 10 in each stat rather than 1.
Yeah. You only tapped into 2 stats this time. Also, you weren't 0 or 1'd in all 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is definite growth, right? You understand it when you go to water the garden, the hose comes on quick, so you have to, just to turn it a tiny bit. Okay.
Right. Before I roll this.
Okay.
This way. Please. I'm going to also attempt to use wreck.
Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. So that's fine. So you'll take a -1 to the roll, but it's a +3 to damage.
Where does that -1 come in?
The modifier. Type -1. It should math it, but we can also just take 1 off the end roll. So it's not.
Bonus, difficulty, effort to roll. Wouldn't count as an asset. Cost -1?
No, not cost. It would have been the modifier, not the cost. The cost's whatever that ability costs, which is 0, according to how you've coded this, if that's correct.
Damage would come off of speed or off of something else.
Whatever the skill you're using.
Damage.
It's from the task roll, yeah. And remember, effort levels cost you 1 extra.
Yeah.
And that's every level.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
that's me losing 8 per turn.
So for your attack there, you did 3 levels of effort. What's 3 levels of effort? 7 points normally? Yeah. 7. But then it's 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you've got 2 edge. brings you back down to your 8. Yeah. That's still not terrible for chucking 3 effort in. Like, you know.
No.
Still not terrible. So what's our total there? 9 plus 12? Is that right?
Plus trained.
Well, it's 9 plus 12. I've done the adding up, right?
Yeah.
So what's that, 21? Yeah, but it's minus 1
Yeah.
to get the extra 3, so it's 20. Yeah, you hit. Oh, sorry, no, you don't hit at all because you've put all that into damage. 3
So
effort.
I put effort into both.
Right, okay.
3 effort into my attack and 3
What
into my.
So you
I'm
spent
gonna
6
lose.
effort, sorry.
Yeah.
So your effort limit's 6.
Sorry, can I only use that once?
No, so your effort
I thought I
limit
could
has
use
a number. What is your effort limit? 3. So you can only use up to 3 effort per task.
Okay then.
Okay.
Then take that off of the damage then.
Okay,
The effort
cool.
Damage.
So what does your bow do normally? 4? 6. It'll do 6 normally. You've added 3 from wreck.
Yeah.
Right, so we've got 9 damage.
That's 9.
Okay, cool. 9 damage. Still not terrible though, is it? Let me do some math.
To be fair, that's where it took off of me, so I'm quite happy with that.
I mean, yeah, it seems fair. It's blooded,
Okay.
which is appropriate for
So,
cutting up to its neck, I feel, with your fancy new bow. See, Aliben's amazingly crafted devices, right? Keeping you alive and giving you damage buffs. And that's probably a nice suitable place to end it with this thing becoming blooded. But
need
it
to work that out properly.
should also give you a good indication of these things' health pools, though.
Yeah, I think this is probably looking at about sort of 30 to 40, I would guess, in total.
Well, you've done 25 damage to it, and it's became blooded. So,
What's blooded usually? Is it like less than half? Less
like
than a
halfway,
third?
give or take, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah,
Maybe,
It's not terrible.
so 35 to 50 kind of range, I think.
not bad, not bad. And I always try and describe the damage that done to things to roughly reflect,
Hmm.
you know, the impact of these hits. Yes! Not only fighting
I think-
one king's best friend, but taking on 2. Yes.
We should have went with Falkwin's Blaze of Glory instincts earlier and just fought the one, so that the second one could have then ambushed us mid-fight.
I mean, if that fight took an hour to take down the first one, that would have been another conversation, I think.
The second one might have booked it over here much faster, though.
Potentially, yeah, especially if there's a lot of magic
Yeah.
attracting it more.
If
So,
we-
yeah.
Well, if we fought the first one and it roared, and the second one was nearby but just kind of milling around for that hour,
Mhm.
then it wouldn't have taken an hour to get here. It could have been here very, very quickly.
Does make you
potentially.
question who did they roar to.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Stay tuned
Well.
next week for the death of Nori. No, honestly though, Nori, what the fuck? Like,
Balls in
I've
moves.
never rolled like that in
I have never seen you roll
5
that.
years of being in this group.
Dear gods, yeah. So, like you said though, like all the way back to Keldrath, never
Yeah,
a session like this.
never.
This is the first time Roll20's ever hated you. I guess though, it must
Yeah.
be nice for Lockhart, since Alexander often gets terrible luck on Roll20.
However,
I mean,
he still
Alexander
does GM
continues to
improvement.
get terrible. I mean, he still can't speak.
That's just usually his audio though.
That's
Uh,
just him trying to do it out to do the roundup.
Oh yeah, dear gods. Anyway, that was tense at the end there. What do you want to call
Still
this
got out of
session?
this.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Need some session titles though. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Mhm. So, fight or flight, fight and flight, Tyrannosaurus wrestling. Distractasaurus is my personal favourite from the Jaws. So it's pretty good. Oh, I've got such a good one. It's so like wanky though, but it's
Distractasaurus.
Can I just take my credit to myself? I'm going to award myself for Memento Nori, because dear God, Memento Mori is such what this almost was for you. It was supposed to be a nap episode, and they definitely saw us. Yeah, these are good. Always fun for when the other players that aren't in the session have to. It did work. The Goldblum did work. It'd been much worse if you didn't have it. That's all I'm saying. Dear gods. Got another suggestion coming in. Yep, Amnesiacosaurus. We are about to be munched. It's almost akin to that like news stream of animes that's like, remember that one time that I was this adventurer that got lost in a dungeon and then got divorced from his grandparents because we were a slime? Or whatever the long ass fucking titles are to these things.
The anime titles like, I got turned into a thing and now I'm
Yeah.
I love them.
But yes, please put your votes in.
I like so that time I got reincarnated as a slime. The Japanese name for that is Tensei Shitara Slime Data Ken.
Right, okay.
But it's frequently shortened as just Tensura.
Right. Okay. Much simpler, I guess. Also, like, nothing to do with slime?
Slime in Japanese is Suraimu.
Right.
Suraimu. So Tensura is just kind of Tensei and slime merged together.
Okay. Well, those are 3 separate votes, folks.
Oh, I've not voted.
Of course. Well, I'm gonna stick with my guns and go for Distractasaurus, because that's pretty damn good. Okay. Goals?
Don't die. Goal number 0.
Yeah, that's the campaign
failing.
goal. Yep. Oh god. Again, Memento Nori. That's all I've got in my head now. Okay, goals done? Yeah? Cool. Yeah. Wrap up chat, I guess, then. Nori, do you want to start us off? Since...
Shut up, too much pain.
Yeah. Oof.
You know what? It was due. The scouting roles, the transport roles, the movement roles have all been great. The battle roles have all been great. I've been due a session like this.
It's good to get it all out in one.
Dice, it comes round. Yeah. Quite glad to have had the Golden Bloom. It probably kept me just a little bit more alive there. One use. Come on, Alan Ben, you're better than that.
So typical.
Can see that. However, her bow works perfectly.
Yeah, like it's a good ass bow.
I'll take a, what was it, 6 damage or whatever it was. So 8 damage it was.
I think the question was the 3 missed shots type, or the 2 missed shots, and yeah.
Yeah, there's that bit that's got to be worked
That's
on.
Nori's problem. That's using the normal bit of the bow, not the extra blades taped to it.
Exactly. Yeah. What can you say about dice rolls? It comes back to bite you on the arse every now and again, and this time it has. It's my turn. Didn't allow for the dinosaur speed, which caught us all out. Should have been a bit further away, but we're in a tight jungle. And even the roll for initiative. A 2 for initiative, guess what? They're going first.
Yeah.
There's not much doubt about that. If I'd have been higher in initiative, I'd have got away. Hey, that's the game.
Yeah, couldn't agree
Bring that
more.
out.
Oh, my throat's going. I think I've got that intrusion now. Yeah, wow. Falkwin.
I don't know if there was a right answer to be found here. Yeah, it's hard to analyze what we chose to do and what we could have done better.
I mean,
We're in the thick of it now, so we just got to run with it, and that's kind of. I think that's somehow where Falkwin seems to thrive. It's like, decisions are hard. What if this? What if that? How to optimize? Can't find the solution. But then once he's in a situation, it's just like, okay, we go. Maybe we die, but I can go one step forward at a time and be at least fairly sure that I'm making the best short-term decision.
yeah,
That's-
like, it's fine.
I think that's a Falkwin thing. Falkwin's good at making the best short-term decision. Sometimes it's extremely short-term, but yeah,
Such optimism.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It'll be fine. Yeah. And again, you managed to go, some Super Saiyan without a Ben and it not be a complete burnout.
That's absolutely progress. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm not going to have that many more of those in me. In theory, I can do one more shot for like 21 or something before I'm really like on death's door again. Which, if everyone else can deal with the one that Nori's fighting, maybe that kind of handles the other one mostly. We'll see.
Yeah.
No, I can't do 21 because I'd probably need effort to make it hit, because I think we've figured out it's at most difficulty 7 at the moment. I think someone failed to hit it with a 4 or something, maybe at some point. I may be inventing
It's
that.
varied. These things have different defenses for different things. Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's why I didn't put the numbers for their initiative in initially, because it kind of gives a false impression of what you're up against. Most things have different ratings. Like some things have perception scores at a certain level, some things have speed defense at a certain level, some things have intellect defense at a certain level, some things have their standard numbers for everything else that isn't specified. So, and the more complicated a creature you're up against, the more variety they're likely to have, depending on what shenanigans they've got going on. Because stabbing a wizard isn't that hard, but overpowering a wizard's mental faculties should be, right? So their numbers vary depending on what shenanigans they've got going on. But yeah, no, I think you did well.
Weather just deals normal might damage, doesn't it?
No, if it's a magic attack, it's against magic.
Is it always intellect?
Yeah. It usually goes from its parent stat unless it specifies. But
yeah,
it being intellect damage doesn't necessarily mean it isn't going to be physically wrecking someone at the same time. But it also could just be might, then speed, then intellect, depending. I'll need to look at it.
Yeah, the skill is part of Blessing of the Gods. It just says a target you choose within short range withers, suffering.
In that case, it probably is. Might it hits immediately then, but it doesn't mean to say it's not targeting the intellect's defenses to do the might damage, if that makes sense. Again, there's nuance, but we'll deal with that next week.
Yeah, lots of. Yes.
Yeah. It's sometimes the downside of a simple system, isn't it? Is the overlap of rules that you're like, that should be more specific.
Yeah, could be one way or the other. There's a skill that I've got that I'm desperate to use, and the more I talk it up, the more it's just going to be Oh, that's what it was. Whenever it eventually comes out.
I think I might have that skill as well.
I see. Okay.
Does it begin with a P?
Yes.
What did you name yours? Or don't tell me. I named mine something that I'm looking forward to sharing.
I see. Is it going to be like an anime attack move name?
No.
Hyper Mega Anti-Kaiju Supersonic Beam?
I'm going to have to change it now.
Yeah. Since we're talking about it, I can share it now.
Yeah.
Just because I don't think by the time this comes up again, it's not going to be funny anymore.
Wow. Psychosis. I see.
It's really strong as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one actually does intellect damage.
Yeah, that's good.
It ignores
that's really
armor.
good.
It does 6 points of intellect damage per round, and I don't need to focus on it. It's just damage over time, which is also kind of a CC because it can disperse that, but it has to spend its action doing nothing. It's like, this is why I was asking earlier whether this thing could understand human speech.
It's good because what it does is it absorbs a creature's action, doesn't it? Which is good.
Yeah.
Which is useful. Good.
Like, it either does a shit ton of damage over time, or it does a good amount of damage, and then. Well, is the existential crisis what you're hitting them with? Because your mother was a Farron implies, especially since you know who the Farron were. So there's a whole existential thing to unpack there. It's like your mother was an Iron Root. What? Maybe your mother was a Falkwin. I don't know.
Yeah, it still works. It's still good because obviously people would be terrified of you even saying Farron because they don't know. And that's what I've got in my head as well, Kalli.
That was it. Originally was your mother was a hamster. I wanted to do the whole quote, but then it was too long. But then your mother was a hamster felt a bit weak.
We'll just put
the entire
Y.
reference.
It's just write YMWAHAUFSOE. But yeah, that's good. I'm looking forward to seeing when that does come up. My poor NPCs. But yes. Any other thoughts?
No.
Lockhart?
Yeah, so I've been sitting on that one for a while. It's just never quite getting the right moment for it. But I do need to remember now that mind wiping works on animals, because that is another, and telepathy, being able to actually hear what they're thinking. Might be less, but interesting.
Well, I think you tried to listen to the bee's thoughts in that cave.
Yes, that's right.
Before we realised what the bee was. Or who the bee was. Yay! Be kind, be happy.
And I do think it's such a weird kind of funny thing about Cypher is how slightly sometimes imbalanced the abilities feel when you get them. Being able to mind wipe is a level 1 speaker thing, and probably something I thought I would end up using more than we have in the last one shot. So I think narratively I kind of feel like Lockhart has been doing it more often. Which
in the abstract you're probably burning through mind wipe all the bloody time, right?
Yeah. Trip over something up.
Nobody saw that.
Yep. And I do think we took the right idea, that it was better to try and avoid fighting. Just we didn't quite expect that both Nori would struggle. Some of those, I still think you'd have had him, but it was better.
Nori performing as Nori normally performs, that would have been a breeze.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
It was just that tonight was the one night the dice gods decided this is the karma, you're paying your debts, they've come due.
And if Lockhart could have then just if things had gone the way that they did, and Lockhart could have just sidelined one of them, would have made things a lot easier. But then another natural one. I haven't. I recorded some of the natural ones, but I know I've missed some. But
it's a pretty good one to have got as well. Like, dear gods, on the back of having the dice luck of Nori, having your one appear was perfect. Just as you go to stand in front of someone, and you go to speak and you start coughing.
Yeah, after you had the reaction, like slice the throat last time. It's like just got it in for Lockhart's vocal.
Oh, I forgot that was probably why as well, right? There's probably some like residual, like, oh, is it psychosomatic though, right? Like, is that why that's the last time this happened? Yeah, I forgot about that actually. See, it all makes sense. The story tells itself without Nori.
It's fine. Myr'ra will save us next time.
Well, again, she can just crow out when she chooses now. So, yeah. That'd be good. Ignysera.
Oh, it was a tricky one this time. But yeah, just from GM intrusion, funny things happening. Like it is always quite entertaining to think, but it was lots a bit of analysis paralysis, but that's okay. It was tricky. Yeah, we had no kind of clear way out, and I think we kind of made the best shot that we could have done, like trying to get out first.
Yeah.
But
I think there is definitely merit in like Falkwin's approach of removing a problem is removing a problem, but I think it does feel right that you guys attempted a non-violent way, right? Like Nori's misdirect is kinder to the King's best friend lizards, which feels right.
Yeah, it's like they might go away. Like we are in their territory. Like,
oh, I've lost your audio there.
Oh no.
Yeah. Might be in their territory is the last thing I heard.
Yeah, like we're in their territory. Like I feel like we wouldn't want to attack them just to attack them. We just I think Ignysera wouldn't want to just attack these creatures essentially.
Yeah.
For just being in their land. So trying to get out of it first. I think.
Can I just say, by contrast, this has given me more evidence for Falkwin jock theory.
Yeah. Yep. It's just I saw your face immediately shift. It's like, I thought that was the right thing, not Kalli. You're like, am I the bad guy?
Not the bad guy, but just, everyone else here has a very vegetarian view on adventuring, whereas Falkwin's got a very kind of greasy hamburger made of dinosaur view on adventuring.
I mean, Nori was a greasy hamburger for dinosaurs. So,
yeah.
Like, you might not be the only anti-vegetarian now, at least. Yeah.
Nori's thoughts tonight were more along the lines of, I just want to keep you guys safe. Let you get off in one direction.
Yeah, no, it was a good plan. As I said, and on any normal night, you would normally have done that effortlessly. It's just tonight, oh my god. And also, like, not even just that though, because like you had your bad rolls, and then obviously we had Ignysera miss the attack, and then we had the intrusion from like Alexander as well. Like, it was all downhill. I think Sloth had the right idea, which was just take my chances in a boat full of cats.
Yeah. Fine.
Yep. Yeah.
But it'll be fun to see what we can do next time.
And if we have,
I feel bad for Hannah going in. Wow.
So since you've been gone,
Shit Creek.
I mean, the dinosaurs maybe about to have their eyes picked out. Who knows? Maybe we should feel bad for them.
Honestly, like Hannah is no spring chicken, right? Like, or whatever the equivalent of subtle and Meek is. Like, Hannah is a machine when it comes to fighting in the game. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, the community moment's good. But yes, I guess we're on to the who do we award XP to?
I mean, Chris, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just as a pity vote, I don't want it.
No, for bravery.
I'm joking.
No, I'm taking it for rerolls.
The jaws of dinosaurs to maybe have us escape, even though it was definitely a doomed plan from the start.
I'm re-rolling everything next time I get a 1. I don't care. Everything's getting a 1.
Oh,
Yeah, if you do roll that 1, we would have been.
I know.
Think of the hijinks, though. Think of the hijinks. It's a story you can tell now. Remember that time Nori nearly got eaten by a T-Rex?
It's just fun.
I mean, I still think there's something in you kind of slithering down its throat and giving you acid resist. But, oh well.
I mean, he might be on the way down the throat anyway at some point next week. So you might just want to cast it as he falls down.
There's also the problem of the way that works is it's me and every target I designate within immediate range.
So you have to also climb up to its mouth.
So yeah, I have to basically give you a high five.
As I'm sliding down.
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong with that? It'll be fine. Yeah, no, as I said, you'll have, hopefully Hannah with Chromera next time. Hopefully Lockhart's throat will be better. Hopefully Ignysera doesn't miss. Hopefully, Nori rolls some more rolls like that with his dual bladed bow. Yeah. We got some big damage from Falkwin, who hasn't passed out from it yet, so it's looking good, right? You've bloodied 1 after 1 round of combat. It's alright. So
Have to try and not get hit by them.
if you can perform better than that next turn, you might bloody a second one. Right? Or maybe take 1 out completely if you focus on one of them. Because, keep in mind that 2 of you missed, effectively. So, yeah. Add 3 more player turns into this math and you're probably doing okay. So it's not terrible.
You can do it.
Yeah.
And all we need is Chromera to come back, roll off over a 19 to go for the next shot.
Yeah, it'll be fine, right?
And we're fine. Yeah, I'm not afraid.
Remember, she can attack their blades or their bodies. Okay.
We'll be fine.
You as the glowing nook that you were there is I might be afraid, but it's maybe of myself.
I'm burning my soul here.
Yeah, we've all been there.
My body. Its body's burning more. But,
So,
anyway.
Chris, I think that was a unanimous. You got the XP for that. That's good.
Thank you very much. Even the sympathy vote.
But yes, I think that's us for the evening, folks. And we will reconvene next time. Say goodbye, everybody.
Good night, everyone.